Um, let's talk about aeromodeling since we don't have any live visitors. Tell me what you guys did over the weekend. Hey, Bob Bishop. Did I know there were some contests? There was Paducah. I know that Mike and Sam went to Paducah. Not sure who else went. I think there was one in Michigan too. So if anybody went to any of those, tell me. Uh, tell me if you did anything, had a good time, how the weather was, anything, anything interesting. Around here, we've had great weather. It's just been over 100 degrees every day. But I have been out to the shop. How is my arm? My arm is good. I can't raise it very well without lifting it, but that'll come back. That's just probably from atrophy, and I'm going to the doctor for a follow up. But it doesn't hurt unless I hit my ends of range. So we're good. That was all. Oh, thank you, Gerald. We got a super chat from Gerald. Um, but thanks for asking about my arm. That seems to be the last big bug I had, and so it is better every day than it was the day before. So if I continue on that track, then we'll be good to go, and I can find Steve Hines.
Hey, Russ.
So I got a live visitor now. Hey, Steve. I was a little bumpy getting on tonight. I was trying to make it smoother, and in the confusion, I actually made it harder on myself. But anyway, we're here.
Good deal.
Now, you went to a contest this weekend, didn't you?
No, I did not make it.
Oh, sorry to hear that. You had planned to go, didn't you?
Yeah. And Saturday I was up at, I don't know, about 5:30, and my back was killing me and I didn't go. And I figured I could go Sunday, and it rained and I wasn't feeling good. And I'm like, I ain't going to drive for 3 hours.
No. Everything hurts worse when it's rainy too. So
yeah, after what you've been going through, I don't want to complain anymore.
But hey, everybody owns their own, and I've been through a bunch of it. But there's lots of people that got stuff. I would not trade what I've got for what a lot of other people do have. So hey, I'm still here, still vertical, still glad to wake up every morning, and hopefully I'll keep doing that for a long time. I just got a notification. I bet that was a Stunthangar notification. Let's see what we got. Yep, Stunthangar video chat. It's live. Finally. All right, thanks. Yeah, that was a little glitchy. Went back on Friday night's show after the show and clipped out the first part of the show where I had yacked with for about a half hour, punching everything, and I was listening to a recording of Sparky telling me what to do, and so I cleaned up that, and then me and Charles opened the show with a good talk about flying. So Sparky, you within hearing distance up there? I guess not. No audio from Sparky yet, but that looks like his picture anyway. Looks like his table. Yeah, I see the Tucker Special sitting right there. Anybody, have you been watching the Tucker Special videos?
I have, but late, because for some reason, when he does them, I don't get notifications until the next day.
Oh, really? That sounds like something going on YouTube, maybe on your end, or your notifications might be set to occasional instead of all. I'm not sure how you change that, but go to the channel and click on the bell, and it has a couple of different methods of notification that come up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Sparky because like I got your notification 5 minutes ago. I don't know when it went out, but before I came in, it just went on like, okay, he's on. So I don't know if you were on 10 minutes or before I showed up, or how long you were on.
No tell. And I was on Jitsi Live. If somebody had clicked in the At the Bench thread, I would have had a visitor. But the YouTube wasn't streaming at first, and I had to go back and re-click. So I must have missed it. Go live from the YouTube control panel. But anyway, we're all here now, and I got plenty of chatters out there on the YouTube side. Good evening, Sparky.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, loud and clear.
Good. Yeah, I haven't done anything on the Tucker. Still sitting as it was.
Yeah, last I saw you were reconfiguring the nose of it to fit the other engine a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch the whole video either.
Yeah, I watched it all. I was just telling Sparky that I'm not getting any notifications until the next day. I got it this morning at about 10 o'clock.
I'm getting mine. I'm getting mine as soon as he goes live.
Yeah.
And I'm going through Sparky's channel. You got mine when I went live, didn't you? Or did you just go to the At the Bench thread to check? It doesn't matter.
Go to the subscribe button and ring the bell. And when you hit the bell, you have to choose all for notification.
I walked around outside a little bit today, and it's getting easier. Walking in the grass used to be a big problem for me, but I managed to get back to the shop, no problems. And so, yeah, my mobility's increasing pretty quick. So, hope to be looking forward to being able to give y'all some shop updates pretty soon here. Probably this weekend. Yeah, probably this weekend because my weekdays are pretty much full up. But I think I got a free weekend coming up. So, yeah, play with some dope. So, let's see. We've got Mike and Sam went to a contest. Maybe they'll check in and give us some updates on how that went. Gary Sinclair says, it looks different tonight. I have a small pics of each instead of a large pic. Yeah, that's the way I got it set, Gary, until we get probably two more people. I'm going to leave it in the tile view. Whoever's talking's got a blue border around their box. Or if somebody holds up something to show, I'll present them. But yeah, when a lot of people come, the pictures get too small and I just leave it on the big picture. I can go ahead and do it now. See if y'all like it better this way. There it is. Now it'll just show whoever's making the most noise, just like the old Hangout used to do.
I just click on that 4 squares.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Yeah, I like that better, but I just do it myself.
Yeah.
Hey, Rusty, don't name anything chat or anything like you had in the Hangout because YouTube doesn't like it. I don't understand why. The last one you did, they demonetized it.
Okay, my title might be a problem tonight. It says Stunthangar video chat Monday, blah blah blah. You think that's a problem?
Yeah, go in. Well, we can edit it up, I guess.
Yeah, I'll edit it after the show, I guess.
What don't they like?
We're not sure, but
yeah, they're really strange. I got a strike on Stunthangar for sexual content on a thread, and there was no sexual content on it.
I've never seen any except for some of the more prudish people have mentioned the pretty girls in some of the advertisement, but they're all wearing clothes.
It wasn't that. There was nothing on there. Their machine learning is not very smart.
Yeah. I've gotten dinged before, and then a couple of days later, it was repealed and ended up being a non-issue. and I forget what that was. I was making a video of the Walter Umland jigs one night, and I had Pandora going in the background, and that got me a copyright ding. That's when I learned not to let any music get through.
Like that.
And one night, Dave Fountain, some of us call him Bandit from the other forum, who was in a restaurant, and they had a jukebox on the other side of the wall by the table where he was sitting. And I had to ask him to leave because the music was too clear. We could hear the songs, and that would have gotten us in trouble.
I'll let everybody know I got my dope from Preferred Air Parts. They're in Ohio. They send you a free bag of peanuts.
Cool. What are they? Roasted salted peanuts?
Yeah, honey roasted.
What kind of dope?
Yeah, that's for the monkeys.
I got a gallon of
I had to ask
on coffee.
because the music was too clear. We could. Hey,
Charles,
Charles,
turn off your YouTube.
how you doing tonight, Charles?
Doing good.
Hey, guy.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How's that airplane coming?
It's coming along. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, fine. What kind of dope did you get, Steve?
I got Randolph.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's actually coming along pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that SIG stuff is just too expensive.
yeah, SIG's kind of sketchy these days, aren't they, about their inventory?
Well, I can't remember the name of the place that makes SIG dope, but you can buy it by the gallon, and it's like twice as much as Randolph. It's crazy.
Well, no, the funny thing, Randolph makes it. It's certified.
Certified, yeah. I don't know why it's so much more a gallon.
Does Aircraft Spruce sell dope?
Yep.
Yeah, that's this Preferred Air Parts is part of that. Aircraft, you go on Aircraft Spruce, and it gives you their dealers. I get mine out of that one in Ohio. I can't remember what the name of it was before.
How much was it a gallon?
39.
Oh, really? That's not bad at all.
No, that's what
$39 a gallon.
I was on here. That's when they said there was going to be a big price increase in 3 days, and I told everybody here on the Hangout. It told me a price increase was coming. So I don't know what it is now. I didn't get back on and check.
Aircraft Spruce, their primary business is not just modeling, is it? They support guys flying full size planes too, don't they?
Yeah, that's their main business.
That's what I thought. Yeah, but they do support modelers because I noticed you can get small balsa. I've never done any business with them before, but it looks like a good company.
You know what Wick's main business is?
What's that?
Organs.
Organs, really?
Yep.
Like body parts?
What's that?
I was being sarcastic. I said like body parts.
No.
Yeah, if you need a kidney, go to Wix.
Yeah, at one time before Guardsman closed, we did Steinway and Sons. Their pianos,
Yeah.
all their stains and top coats. But
Huh. So Steve, here's that part I was working on last Friday or last Monday. So I finally got
you
it.
crud.
Yeah, finally got it all completed. Has the pads on it, and got the F2 in there. So,
It took a week to make.
Say it again.
It took a week to make it.
On and off, yeah. I got life going on. You know, I have my kids started school this week, and last week was all kinds of stuff.
There's mine. It took what, an hour to make?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I told Charles that when Sparky starts swinging the knife blade, the pieces just come off the wood and fall into an airplane on the table. That's what you call second nature.
Yeah. Hey, but it's done. So, you know, it won't take any longer. Now I'm going to start working on the few sides and the doublers.
Yeah, I got one for a vector downstairs. I got all done up and got the fuselage sides all cut out, doublers, all that. Got ready to assemble it, and I built the damn crutch upside down.
Oh, damn. That's not too hard to fix, is it?
Yeah, the cuts for the pads were on the wrong side, and I don't know how.
Oh, damn.
I wasn't paying attention, but I glued it all together upside down.
Oh, man. Well,
The cuts in it for going around the wing, where it went so
yeah.
far back, they were on the wrong side. Then when everything was upside down, and it's like, I just built another one.
Yeah. Now, do you guys normally round the front of the crutch to the contour of the nose of the plane? So I rounded this so I won't have to sand into the doubler or the few sides too much for it to go into the spinner. So it has like you can see the contour of the top. So I just took the
forget
top.
what airplane I didn't do that to, and I think it was a Legacy. And I ended up having to contour that after the fact, which was a real bitch without hitting the balsa wood sides and doublers, and yeah, it was a real pain in the butt. And I figured that I'd be more careful next time.
If you guys set your motor back like that, you don't have to do any of that. You put balsa wood block in here
Yeah.
and sand balsa.
That's a good idea.
Pretty standard stuff.
It set back a little bit. It still required me to move in to remove some maple.
Now you're adding that spacer in there, though, right?
What's that?
What are you talking about?
You got a spacer on the front of that motor?
Prop extension, yeah.
Here comes Gerald.
So how does that work without taking up too much of the shaft of it?
Hey, Gerald.
Yeah.
I'm Steve and Charles. Right.
Hey, good evening.
Hey,
The nut sits back in it.
the nut. Well, you have to get rid of the thrust washer and everything, and that takes up the space for the thrust washer.
No. Here, I'll get another one.
Uses a prop extension, Steve.
Yeah, but I'm wondering how it works. Some of mine, I put a prop too thick of a prop on there, and I can't even get the nut on it.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Steve, I want to do an experiment. I'm going to use you to help me.
All right.
On the film strip with the little pictures over on the edge of the screen, hover over my picture, and you'll see 3 dots at the bottom left corner.
Yeah.
And what pops up when you see those 3 dots?
Kick out, the sound level, and mute.
Okay. So anybody can kick anybody out, it sounds like. I think I probably need to find a setting to change that. But I can't do it now. I've been trying to read about Jitsi and all of the stuff. Every time I find a topic that looks like it's going to be helpful, it goes into talking about Java and all that crap that I don't understand, rather than just basic user FAQs.
Okay, Steve, here's the prop extension. You see
Right.
see the nut, the spinner? It goes back into the hole.
Shit, hold on a second. For some reason, it just clicked me off of you as.
I got him back. I just clicked the wrong box. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Dude,
See how long that prop nut is?
yeah.
That goes through the propeller and goes into
Oh, okay.
prop extension like that.
Is that aluminum?
Yep.
Who's making them for you?
Nobody's making them for me. We make them over John.
Oh, okay.
You used to be able to get some drops, but I think Makoa might have them.
You know, Steve, Jim Lee makes a real nice one. I learned that from Turkey.
Oh, okay.
You can get them from Jim Lee.
Yeah, I knew they used to make them for Foxes and stuff, but I didn't actually know how they worked. And a long time ago, there was a guy who made them for OS and Super Tigers, but you got rid of the thrust washer and that went in its place, and however that worked. But they were pretty expensive. Well, that's a good idea. It's kind of like a spinner.
There's some of the manufacturers just do a long prop nut that's got that extra section on, so you can use it just with some washers, any sort of bobbin. I know Enya and OS do long prop nuts as well, but they're only a small extension. You're only getting like 1/4 of an inch extra, whereas the old Fox ones were 1/2 and 3/4 inch. But I think Brodak, from memory, has something too. One of the spinner places used to do a prop extension as well. I can't recall, but you do see them come up on eBay as well.
John's got a real good idea of making up the drive washer and the prop extension all one piece.
Yeah, like I said, a long time ago, I seen them for like Super Tiger and the OS 60s in pattern, but I haven't seen them in years. And it was just somebody who made them up and was selling them there at the meets and stuff.
When I use my Stalker 81, I have to pin mine with a pin so that when my engine backfires, it doesn't all come loose, because the 81 has so much torque that when it popped back, it all loosened up on me.
Yeah, that's a common problem. That I have that with the Atwood Champion on my old Viking on the wall over there. That whenever it backfires, it tries to chuck the whole lot loose, and you're trying to find it all and put it all back on.
I don't know. I don't know what the threat of it.
Last couple of contests I flew in, I've run it without a spinner with a prop nut wrench in my pocket in case that happens. Because my LA-46 on my Cardinal, not on my Cardinal, but the LA-46 will do it all the time.
I don't know what size thread that is on the crank there, but OS on their bigger motors, I know the 90s, that's the same as the 60s and stuff, has that special nut that goes on, and then a jam nut that goes into that.
Yeah.
For backfire. So I don't know if you could get one of them, and that would do the same thing for you.
Yeah,
just a jam nut.
If you got enough room for it, that would work.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But I don't know what the thread pad, if it's whatever it is.
I've tried putting sandpaper discs and scuffing up the back of the drive plate. None of that does much to help.
Yeah, I tried sandpaper. I'd glued it back to back and cut it into a disc, and that didn't help. One thing that seemed to work consistently was when I pinned it together with a pin, drill the hole, and then I
How are you?
pressure press it.
Are you back flipping your motor to start it?
I frequently do mine.
That'll stop that too. If you back flip it and it backfires, and it turns it the right way and it doesn't
Yeah,
spin the nut off.
yeah. I prefer back flipping mine. And part of the problem yeah, I mean, the LA-46 will usually only do it if you over prime it. But since I've been too hurt to operate my plane and fly it, I've had somebody else doing my cranking and priming, and they invariably over prime it because my LA only takes 2 choke turns, and people will get out there and put 5 choke turns on it, even if I tell them to just put 2. And you put 5 choke turns on that engine, it's going to kick the prop off.
Well, I don't know if you're using wood props or plastic, but usually wood props, once you tighten them up and fly it once, you got to pull the spinner off and
Yeah,
and
yeah, they
them again
compress.
because wood compresses.
Yeah, I use APCs.
Super Tiger will start every time by filling up the brew line filter, pulling it through twice, and then back flipping it with a hose. Morning, Charles. Charles,
That's right. Every time. Every time. That thing was like, it was like, I can't think of anything more consistent than that was. That was just totally consistent. Matter of fact, I've adopted that Spartan routine to my other engines, and it works just as good on my K77 and my Thunder Tiger. It's a good system.
leather finger away. Get yourself a piece of heater hose.
Yeah, I got a piece of heater hose.
Can I use my leather finger? No.
Flying buddies go.
It's dropped out, I think. I've lost sound.
No, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, it's weird. I could see everybody moving, but I had no sound. It's strange.
Counter rotating prop.
Is it back to normal now?
Sort of. It's very jumpy, but yeah, it goes like totally quiet, like a cell phone when it mutes the conversation.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Have you got any other tabs open that might be interfering using your bandwidth or freezing it up?
No, I did lower the bandwidth down slightly, which does seem to help, but Jitsi more
sometimes
demand.
your antivirus or your internet security can do stuff, make it do stuff like that sometimes too.
Yeah.
No telling.
Yeah, I'll close. I'm on Chrome right now. I'll close down my Firefox entirely because I'm not really looking at the chat right now. So I'll close it all down. It makes a difference.
Charles just dropped out and came back. I've read trying to find out what browsers work best and worst with Jitsi, and it is just not clear. I haven't found any posts about it that were written within the past 2 or 3 years, though. Chrome is, of course, the best, as far as I can tell.
Well, I've just left Chrome open now. Nothing else is open, so
you can also run Jitsi on an app if you're using, especially if you're using a telephone or a tablet, an app rather than the internet interface. But I don't know how to work it. I don't have it, but they got it for Android and Apple.
I tried it on my old Android phone. I had to clear some space on the memory and loaded it on, and it did work a lot better than it had ever worked on my cell phone. So it did work well.
Good.
My cell phone's quite an old phone, so with a newer phone, I don't know how it would. It might be more challenging if it's got a better video. It might run more of the phone too.
My cell phone contract for me and Holly, it expires in about 12 days. So I'm going to find out what the next latest and greatest almost free or no money up front type deal is. And anybody got preferences? Or know what's new on the market right now? That's a good cell phone, bigger, better, faster.
I use Straight
Say it again.
I use Straight Talk.
Straight Talk. Okay.
Walmart, $130, $40 for 3 months.
And does that come with unlimited bandwidth for that period of time or something like that?
Well, you get, I think it's 5 gig of high speed and then unlimited mid, how do they say it?
Probably throttles it back after a while.
5 gig of 5G, and then the rest is 4G after that. But yeah, it's unlimited.
Yeah. Does 5G really exist up and function in a wide area yet?
That's what I'm on right now, 5G.
No, no, we haven't got it here yet.
No. How much faster is it, Sparky? Is it worth the money?
I got 100 meg up and 120 down, or whatever.
That's pretty good. I'm only running 25 down and like 2.5 up. Still takes forever to upload a YouTube video.
Well, that's like the new one I just got supposed to have 40 meg up, and I downloaded my Garmin, the new map updates. I got 2.7.
40 meg up is incredibly good.
What?
40 meg up is incredibly good. Up is usually the slower of the two.
But it doesn't give that. When I was loading that, like I said, when I was doing the updates on my Garmin, I was at 2.7. Because I told them back when they charged me $29 for like 15 and 5 or whatever they said it was. And then they went to $49. They doubled the price on it, over doubled. And then it's supposed to be 40 and 10 or 40 and 20. I don't know. It was still the same speed.
Well,
like, it ain't faster. You just charge me more money.
Usually when I'm using broadband, I'm using it over my cable anyway through the Wi-Fi. I hardly ever use cellular for broadband. I've got it turned off for all my synchronization stuff, so that it only syncs when it's in Wi-Fi area, my own Wi-Fi area. I don't sync to anybody else's Wi-Fi either. I don't whore out my phone on people's unknown Wi-Fi's wherever I go, like the airport. Don't ever do that.
Well, it was like they wouldn't let Japan in here on Wi-Fi and stuff like that. In Japan, they're at like 120 megabytes or whatever, and they're not even 5G. It's just their technology on their downloading speed. It's just crazy how much faster they are. And over there, they only get charged like $20-some a month for it.
Yeah.
They're super fast stuff.
Yeah, but their $20 is like $100.
What's that?
Their $20 is like $100.
No, it was, they did it in where they changed it over in American money.
Well, that's another funny thing with the Jitsi. It wasn't using my Logitech camera and microphone. I had to manually go in and reset it to the Logitech gear.
Oh, so, yeah. When I first started Jitsi, mine was using some internal defaults rather than my Logitech. I had to change that. I probably ought to write that up in the little instruction thread.
It asked me right away if it could use it, and I just clicked yes, and it found it, and
Yeah,
that's what I got
good.
from Logitech.
I'm going to ask you guys here. Now listen to the audio on this. I'm going to switch over to my Rode mic, and I want you to tell me which has better sound quality.
Okay.
Let's see here. Settings. And my phone is. Right, I'm on the Rode mic, I think. Does it sound any different?
Not much. No.
A little bit more echo.
Yeah.
There's more echo with this.
Yes.
Maybe it's a little bit more sensitive.
You might need to be a little bit further away from it. It's louder too.
I turned the gain down. How's that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, sounds pretty
Yeah,
good.
that sounds fine.
Yeah, it's clearer.
All right. I just want to make sure what might be used for these broadcasts that I'm doing on this stupid thing. Well, I gotta go to bed, so I'll see you guys later.
Okay, thanks for coming in. See you later, Sparky.
Lucky good
Oh,
night.
Sparky, before you go, do you want a 5-gallon jug for mixing or not?
I got one,
Oh, okay.
and I got a regular racing fuel jug.
Oh, can I show you my giant showman before you go, Sparky? Just a second. Here we go. It's nearly ready. It's gone over the 62 ounces, or it's just on 60 ounces now, so I imagine it'll be about 62 ounces when it's finished. But 850 square inch area. It's got the tail on, but Mother was moaning, saying, "You'll never fit all our models in the car now. You can't take that thing with you to the nets. It's just too big." So
What's the wingspan?
it's not much over 50 inch, but it's 850 square inch area. The large cord. It's got a massive cord to it. So it's clumsy. It's clumsily big. It's just too big.
What size engine is it?
That OS 55. That Randy Cubberley recommended them, and I got one cheap on eBay, and I thought I'll set it up and try it. It was really just an exercise to try out the OS engine.
That's a
to see how-
snore.
Yeah.
A snore, yeah.
He said it ran like a big LA46. It had quite a nice tendency. So it's one of the few new OS engines coming out, and he said he can't understand why people aren't using them. So I thought I'd give it a go, and it's a good test bed, simple profile. So,
Yeah, good luck with it. Looks good.
Hopefully we'll get some good weather and I can give it a fly. Everybody.
What does that engine weigh?
I weighed it before and it was, I can't remember, it was something like 12 ounces. It wasn't terribly heavy. It was if you look at 55, it was more like a 45 size case and a 55 displacement.
Now that's the Snorer?
Yeah, that's the Schnell ported OS 55 AX.
Oh, the 55AX. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm quite keen just to try it out. Because Randy said that the fuel consumption was reasonable. It worked well with the 13.5 or 13.6 prop, or 13.4 or 13.5 prop, he said. So just keen to give it a go on a very simple model. It's a giant showman. It's a upscale showman. The little New Zealand kit that was popular around here, like a giant ringmaster or a giant flight streak. It's just a blown up one to 850 square inches. So,
okay.
so it just went over the 60 ounce mark when I covered the tail, but hopefully I can keep the weight down under 62. I just made a clunk tank up for it. But
Yeah, it should. That motor should produce good power.
We'll
You
have to-
better have a better tank mount than what you got there, though.
oh yeah, I've just rubber banded it on. Yeah, it's actually got holes through the fuselage. I might use cable ties to hold it in place. So there's a few extra pieces that'll add a bit of weight. So I presume I'll have a couple more ounces by the time I've done my tank mount and I've got to put my horns on.
Cool.
But yeah, having watched all of Sparky's new builds, his new profile, and his new Tucker, it's quite exciting to see some new models. Let's get something going quickly.
You know what I can't believe is this Tucker special video series is going over so well. We got guys downloading stuff from Outer Zone, building them.
No kidding. That's a good deal.
You know, it's a nice looking plane, so yeah, I think it's got a lot going for it.
Well, it was the hot ticket in the '60s.
I think you're quite right when you say you can go too big, and maybe that sort of intermediate size model is better than going to something that's enormously large and cumbersome.
All right, we're all set up for tomorrow night.
Sparky,
Right, guys.
whatever microphone you're on now is better than what you were on when you were asking about it earlier.
Yeah, this is a Rode mic.
It's softer, but it's more clear. It's more realistic voice reproduction.
All right. Yeah, it's an expensive mic.
What you pay for.
All right, guys, I got to go to bed. See you later.
Okay, Sparky, sleep
Keep an
good.
eye.
Sparky.
See you.
All right, Dad's gone. We can play now.
Oh yeah, you can do what you want now.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm supposed to be there at FCM this coming weekend at that contest. So see how it goes.
Yeah, you're gonna take Sparky's keyboard up there with you, right?
Yeah, I gotta make it no matter what. I got that, some nitro, but just got to get my back feeling better. And
Hey, Gerald, do you
ladder.
keep up?
Sorry.
Sorry, Steve, I didn't mean to step on you.
That's all right. Go ahead.
I was asking Gerald if do you keep up with the New Zealand space program, Rocket Labs, or any of
I
that?
heard about it this morning. They talked about the launch this morning. They were trying to have one launch every month, and I think they're on like the 8th launch now. They launched 3 small satellites in the last few days.
What size? What's their maximum payload? Are they like 400 kilograms, or are they bigger than that?
They're little micro satellites, from what I gather. They're very small ones.
Yeah.
But they had a display at the Auckland Museum of Transport and Technology, and it struck me as being very small. But obviously, it achieves the job they want, but at a very small scale.
Yeah, there's a market for that. I mean, you know, if you want to get a good price on a launch, and the only thing available is the big ones, you got to piggyback with others, and you may not deploy in as optimal of an orbit as you would prefer, and getting the ability to get on a small ride with just a singular launch like those small ones from Rocket Labs can be pretty beneficial to the customer.
Yeah, I heard that it was live streamed. The launch was live streamed, but it was at a time I wasn't aware of it, and I missed out. But
yeah, I think I got a notification, but it was at a time when I couldn't watch it. So
yeah, I suppose it's all weather dependent. Any rocket launch, they focus on the best possible weather, having the calmest weather normally, don't they? It's normally just before dawn, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that Elon Musk, or that one that lands after it launches,
Yeah, the Falcon 9s do.
Yeah, save so much money on building, parts of that rocket.
Yeah,
I think,
it's actually, I believe, still a test bed, and I bet you it's going to be obsolete faster than we ever expected if the Starship really comes around. Now, this Starship project is unbelievable. Whether or not he can pull that off in a short time, we'll see. I got high hopes, but I'm skeptical.
yeah, everything goes at such a fast pace that, but
Lots of people, everybody in
reusable.
the world. There's so many countries now fighting for business and building their own rockets, and a lot of them are headed for the moon too. So we'll see how
Well,
it goes.
the space
That's all.
shuttle, with the space shuttle, then pieces came off and then, landed in the sea, and the shuttle re-landed so they could reuse it.
Yeah,
Saved a lot of money then, stuff just burning up in space as it's coming back to Earth and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Didn't save as much money as they had hoped though, because they had to pull those RS-25 engines off. There were 3 of them, main engines on the shuttle, and refurbish them every time the thing went up. And that wasn't in the original plans, and that really slowed the turnaround. But it was still an amazing machine. It was a beautiful machine too, but it was best that they took it out of service because it was going to kill more astronauts sooner or later.
Maintenance side seemed incredible. The tiles, just the amount of work needed to ensure everything was safe was phenomenal. But, I suppose they did a lot of flying anyway.
Hey, Jeff Riley, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Good, and you?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Good. How's everybody else?
Doing well. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, man.
Hey, Charles.
We're good enough for a Monday.
Good enough for a Monday. Yeah.
I still got a sore throat out getting the flu about a month ago. It's still sticking with me. Doesn't want to go away. Everybody, you get your summer illnesses and winter illnesses, and the flu's all going around.
Well, you'll be coming back in the springtime here pretty quick.
Yep. We've got
Tell us then. I've missed my old daggum summer.
Oh, look, I've got to show you this. I'll see if I can drag the camera to the window and I can show you the blossoms on the cherry tree outside.
Oh.
You can see the
Al
cherry tree
Ferraro
blossom.
showed us their
Oh,
cherry
yeah.
trees back when it was springtime here.
Was that a palm tree out there too?
Oh, they're cabbage trees. It's a New Zealand native, the cabbage tree. And there's the Pontiac sitting underneath there, my old Laurentian with the cat on it. But yeah, it's a very dull grey sky out there. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Very nice.
So the weather's getting warmer. But yeah, I've got so many cars outside I need to work on too. My wife's going to get onto that once the weather improves. I've got my old Oldsmobile Cutlass I want to fix up. I'm dying to get that on the road, and other old cars that I need to finish off. And
Yeah, you better act like you're doing something to them, or she's going to be wanting you to come call the trailer to take them away.
Oh yeah. Well, some of them are hers, so she's dependent on me fixing them. So if she wants to sell them and make some money, so I lost my other clip, but can't stand there all night holding my camera. But the car thing is, I suppose it's a never-ending thing unless you sell them. It's always demanding work. I think me and Carl, my brother Carl, both got too many cars over the years, and when you're young, it all seems possible, and as you get older, you realise, oh, this is a lot more work than I bargained for.
Hey, did your brother ever get that Vector done?
Oh, my brother's still he's in a difficult position because he's looking after my parents, and he's been working on his different Alan Brickhouse models, his Scimitar and his Pirator, and they're close, but he's with his artwork right now. He's fully into his artwork, and in the time that he's got a whole lot of new airbrushes, and he's getting back into that. So he hasn't finished his paint jobs. on the models.
Okay. Because he brought what? Didn't he get electric back there or something like that?
I bought a Victor, and then I got distracted as well. I worked on the Showman, and then I also I've got my Thunderbird behind me that I've been working on as well. I've got to go back and finish the Thunderbird.
Okay.
So,
I knew you were working on a lot of them.
too many. It's nice to keep yourself busy, though. It's one thing. It's good to have a few projects to keep you out of mischief.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how do you figure the square inches on a fuselage?
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
You got to use calculus sooner or later.
Yeah, that's
You'd
what
have to break it up into, you maybe draw it out on graph paper and break it up into as many sections as you can, and analyze each section separately and add them together.
Okay.
That sounds a good way. Or you could do it in like half-inch squares and then add them up that way.
Yeah,
Add up complete squares or non-complete squares.
you could get a pretty close guesstimate like that.
Yeah, I kind of want to figure it out because I'm really keeping track. I put the first coat of dope on the fuselage on an airplane, the Samanthas, and the monocoat for the wings and tail was about 2 ounces. So now I want to figure out, and I got the square inches of that, but I kind of wanted to figure out on the fuselage, the 3 coats of dope, sanded, everything like that, what that weighs, and then once I put the covering on it, and what that comes out per square inch.
You could make a half a mold of it and then fill it up with water and find out the volume. And is there any way to convert volume to surface area? There certainly is. And then double that.
Well, I thought about, like, for the nose, take a piece of paper and just wrap over it, cut it, and then try to measure it and figure out what was there and do it down the fuselage to see, how many square inches.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it like do it like a CAT scan machine would. Just take a thin measuring tape and do it in slices all the way down. It'd take you forever, but it would
Yeah, I
work.
wish I was watching on TV. They had like a 3D handheld thing, and they scanned something and it'll convert it all into square inches. And I'm like, man, I'd like to have one of them, but
Well, there you go. Yeah. How much does that cost?
I don't know. Just to have the guy come and do it was $1,000. So
Yeah. Oh
if
well.
it's just to use it for a couple minutes is $1,000 some. I'd hate to think what it costs to buy it.
Like a lot of things, it'll probably come down in price in 20 years on. It'll be a household appliance like infrared cameras and readers and like the wind gauges that you can buy now so cheaply. A lot of that gear 20 years ago, you couldn't imagine it would be like a $30, $20 tool.
Well, that was just like the infrared thermometers or what little guns you hit for temperature. When I bought mine, I got it on sale for like $200, and now you can buy one like it probably for $20 from Harbor Freight.
Yeah. When I was young, the digital tacho was the big thing. Everybody wanted a digital tacho to measure their RPMs, and nowadays people hardly even think twice about how cheap they are compared to what they used to be.
I know what I remember. My buddy, he's a carpenter and stuff, so he took a lot of pictures of different things and before and after and all this, and he bought that HP camera and paid like $400 for it, and it was like, wow, 3 megapixels, And now you can buy a damn telephone for $50 that has 8 megapixel in the camera.
I just realized I've had Gerald locked into the big screen ever since he was showing us the
Oh, no.
car and everything outside the window. Sorry about that, YouTuber, or everybody.
For a while,
Yeah, all that
I have
stuff.
to manually do things on here that I didn't have to do on the other.
Yeah, it's all a little bit different. All the processes are slightly different.
Yeah.
I lowered my one from high definition to standard definition, and it keeps changing itself between high and low definition. So it's sort of sorting itself out, but it hasn't cut out today. It's gone weird, but it hasn't cut out. So that's today.
Well, it's like I got a new television, and it's a 4K, but and they had it on sale. It was cheap, but I didn't realize nothing comes across the television, you know, from cable, whatever, in 4K. 1080 is the highest you can get. And it's like, ain't no better picture than what the other TV had, except I gave that to Samantha when she moved out. But you have to buy a 4K player, and then a lot of the tapes and stuff aren't in 4K either.
The incompatibility, it's like when you get a huge big screen, like a high definition screen, and you put your old VCR into it, and it looks terrible. It looks so pixelized by comparison to what we're used to.
Well, yeah, that's like, and tonight I'm going to get up here and watch a video on Japanese tissue again. But that's on VSC, the tape. Talk about something that looks grainy on that great big ass TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Charles, your Stragers, you're basically working on the fuselage. You've got the crutch done. Are you going to do a built-up wing, or is it a foam wing?
It's a built-up wing.
Yeah.
Built-up wing.
Does it got the holes in it for the jig, or you got to build on a flat table?
What I'm doing, you guys, is I'm taking the wing out of a Strega arc, so it's not covered. It's in the nude.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm building the fuse so I can get BOM.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I'm doing it. So here's my fuse, Gerald.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's the half of it anyway. Yeah, it's good.
So is there, on that arc wing, is there an easy way to get the bell crank out of it?
Oh yeah, because it's in two pieces.
Oh, okay, so you can pull the bell crank out and put it back in.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna not only that, I'm gonna cut off the wing tips, and I can go through the wing. I was going to remove a lot of wood. I might even remove some part of the ribs. I'll keep both of them intact, but there'll be some ribs between the front sheeting and the trailing sheeting.
Yeah.
Or trailing heads. I'm just going to remove completely, just to gut it out, because I'm sure it's just going to be. I don't want it to be a heavy plane, and this plane is not to last forever. I just want something to get BOM, and while I'm building the plane, I'm going to take my time on, which would probably be. I'm not really sure. I know the Tempest is in there between the Thundergazer and the Tempest. It's. I already got the Lost Foam for the Thundergazer, so I'm still kind of committed toward that way. But I'm really interested to see which one I like better. But those are the planes that I'm really going to put my time on. This one, I just want to get something quick and dirty.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I know that the Tempest has real good wood in it, but I don't think there's anything lighter than that Lost Foam wing. You get real good wood for that.
Right. Yeah, I have some good wood. I got to see if I have enough good wood.
Yeah, you may have to get a hold of Stunthangar hobby there. Morris,
Yeah.
tell him what you're doing and get the rib wood. I just got some, and I got all the ribs made up for that lost foam one that I got. I just got to cut the holes for the spars, and then I gotta actually cut the ribs all out, lighten them up even more and stuff. But at least I got all the wings sand. I mean, all the ribs sanded to shape.
Right. Now, is your ribs that gonna be all sea grain or not?
Yeah, it's hard to get feed grain. I just got some the closest is like seed grain you can get that's light. So it's what Tom sent me. It's nice looking wood.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see how it comes out. We did Samantha's airplane last year with that lost foam, and it takes a lot of time to get the ribs done, but once you got the ribs done, man, it goes together fast.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about the lost foam system. I mean, I bought the lost foam system probably a couple years ago. I was so excited when I got the Thundergazer. I went ahead and bought some extra composite. I think the company's called Carbon Composites. I bought all kinds of carbon and Vail and all kinds of stuff. So I haven't done anything with that kit since I got it a couple years ago. But I'm going to change that. I'm actually hoping to transition into more of a builder. I mean, I didn't go flying today to work on my garage. I'm trying to make room for the to work on these few sides. My table is just covered with stuff, and that's what I'm doing. You see me walking back and forth. I'm trying to pick up something and then try to find a place for it, which is easier said than done.
Let me ask you something about the lost foam. When you buy a lost foam system, you buy a wing for a particular airplane. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yes. It's like my lost foam system is actually the wing that Dave Fitzgerald either sent to Tom to make it with, or I don't know if he sent. Excuse me, I said Tom. I meant Bob Hunt. I don't know if Dave Fitzgerald sent Bob Hunt the wing he wanted, or did he send him plans or what? But whatever it is, that is the actual wing that's in the Thundergazer.
Yeah, I think he's sending templates.
Okay. Yeah, because the Thundergazer kit that I have, Bob Hunt told me that it had two different wings, which is bizarre. And even Dave Fitzgerald confirmed that for me too. I don't know how far off they are, but I can't use my lost foam to build a wing for the Thundergazer fuselage that I have, or the kit. I mean,
yeah, you just probably have to. If the hole is smaller, it'll be easy to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Or
if the hole is bigger, you got a problem.
you can shim it, I guess. Build it up, build the wing up, and shim it to fit the hole. But that would be kind of clunky.
Yeah, so I once I get going, I'm hoping to build the same plane over and over and over again. These guys that fly at the highest level, they've been flying the same plane for a long time.
Yeah, or at least the same wing.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm hoping to do once I settle in on the plane. Right now, I'm just building the Stregas. I have a couple Stregas, and I can have a consistent platform to practice with while I'm.
Yeah. I remember the other night you said you thought that Strega suited you and your style of flying better than any other one that you had experienced so far.
That's true. I've done better with the Strega than I have my other planes. I'm talking about Now the vector is not really fair. I took the vector to a contest and it was broken, and I fixed it in the hotel. So that's not really a fair comparison. But I've flown Nobler, Vector, and Olympic uh, in contests, and I haven't done as well as I did with the Strega. Now I might have been flying the Strega better than I was flying with other planes. I don't know what it is. It's also possible that I've been so focused on getting my bottoms down and my tops at 45 degrees that I've maybe are flying ill-shaped maneuvers as opposed to before when I flew big and I had really nice shapes, and so I got the better score with the Strega.
Yeah. At the level you're flying at now, you are working on so many little details. Just hard to decide whether it's the plane or if it's you or combination of both.
I'll tell you what, Charles, too, you can give Bob Hunt a call and get the lost foam tail for that airplane, the stab.
Oh, interesting.
I was wondering if he made those.
I did.
Yeah,
I did one up myself, sanded some foam and made the ribs and did a build-up tail on a vector. It's Tempest actually, Tempest 40. Turned out really light, really strong. But Bob does make it for the Thunder Gazer, and in one of the Pampa deals is a thing that David did, how he goes through how he built it. So yeah, he has a lost foam tail also on that stamp on that airplane.
I need to get. I want to get Bob Hunt interested in coming back in here with us, but I'm not going to go inviting a bunch of people until I'm sure we can work this thing without intruders and all that kind of stuff happening. Because right now, I see some questionable things that I can't get answers to, especially for somebody that uses a computer that's different from most other people's computers too, which and Bob's fits that case too. So
Level computers.
we were going to talk about it. He called me one day while I was in dialysis, and I never got back with him. And that was about the time I was falling back apart, and I just have had more on my plate than I could handle, and I've kind of let Bob twist in the wind out there. So if you're watching, Bob, I apologize for that, but one of these days we'll get you back in. But I'm gonna wait until I'm sure we can work this new system without embarrassing glitches first, and so.
Yeah, you'd have to get somebody with an Apple computer to see if they get on how it works. I don't have one or know anybody that has one.
What about you, Jeff? Are you using a Windows PC, or are you on a phone, or what are you using?
This is an iPad.
An iPad? Oh, it is really an iPad?
Yeah, it's an Apple iPad.
So did you have to download an app or anything, or you just click the link I post and come right in?
Oh, when the first time Sparky started with this app, he posted a link, and by clicking the link, it took me to the App Store and got me the Jitsi app. So I downloaded it and signed up for it with my YouTube information. Because the first time I talked to Sparky on this, my name wouldn't even come up. I hadn't signed in yet.
Yeah. Well, when you come in now, do you go to at the bench to get the click in? Is that how you get in with us?
Yeah, as long as I click the show and not your name, I come right in.
Right. Okay.
If I click your name, I get your email. So you got to be kind of careful which button you push with your finger, but this is an iPad, so.
Yeah, I didn't think I had entered my email. I guess it's my, it must be my Google email, Gmail.
Well, then maybe all Bob has to do is get the app for his Apple, and then everything will be fine.
Maybe. when I get
Yeah,
confident enough that I can handle the problems that are going to pop up on busy nights, then I'm going to go ahead and get with him and come back. 'Cause I
Apple
hope I
makes it
hadn't
pretty
offended
easy.
you.
Apple makes it pretty easy to get everything set up. The Jitsi app is free. It walks you through signing up, however you want to sign up. And
Mm.
then on your Apple, you can memorize your password. So all you got to do is use your thumbprint or your, however it recognizes your eye or however it recognizes you.
Yeah.
And I just signed in with my YouTube information, and it seems to
Okay.
work.
Good.
I mean, you can give him my number, and he can call me, and I can see if I can help him.
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah.
You got my number. You can give it to him.
Yeah, I got your number.
Not only a fellow model builder, but he's a fellow guitar man too. So that'd be okay.
Hey, y'all got some common ground.
It's interesting that Bucky was saying he wanted to learn to play the piano. That was, so that you could have asked him about it before. Here he is.
Yeah, Sparky's got a hidden cultural streak in him that we didn't know about.
Yeah, I saw him holding up a keyboard the other night. I thought he was going to bust out some Rocket Man for us or something.
That was me. I can't play the keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
Samantha's keyboard.
Sparky wants to learn to play boogie woogie type music. Like I told him to listen to some Commander Cody.
Yeah, you should hear my wife play piano. She can play. She does a lot of ragtime.
He's got a guy that teaches piano on YouTube that he's been watching.
Hmm.
That was like my grandma. I mean, she was born in 1901. She went to a one-room schoolhouse, and the teacher there, they also had music lessons. She taught all the kids how to play piano. And my grandma could really play. And I'm like, in a one-room schoolhouse, she learned how to play piano that well, read music, and
Back when education was an education, huh?
I tell you, and what was really crazy was, so I think I was a junior or senior in high school, so 77, I graduated. So maybe in 1975, 76, I had accounting, and I was having a hard time with it. And my grandma come over, so that made her around 75 to 76 years old, and helped me with accounting. And she said she learned that in that one room schoolhouse. That was part of their studies back then, was accounting.
Wow.
Hey Trey, and how you doing tonight?
Gentlemen, good.
Good evening.
School started, and I'm gonna hit the ground running.
All right.
Fantastic.
Yeah, my kids started school this week too, Tryon.
Good for you.
Hey, Tryon, I'll be right back. I got to show you a drawing I just started. I just got just a little bit of color on it.
Awesome.
You'll get a kick out of it. It's just a beginning.
Yeah,
Be
you're
right back. I'm
What'd
gonna
you do
mute
this weekend, Trey?
what?
What'd you do this weekend? Anything fun?
I went yesterday evening flying. I tried to set up that camera and get it up and running. Took me about 3 flights to get it in a proper position. Then I was hoping to record like 3 flights, but now I ran into issues with my iPhone. It was getting hot. Was recording half of it. Then I put the camera in a shade. I mean, just all kind of things. So,
Yeah.
long story short, I only managed to record one of them only.
Yeah, I watched it tonight. Are you gonna hook it to that digital tracing thing that?
I'll try to.
Yeah, it's time for me to buy new phones. I want to get one with a white case on it if I can. I had a Windows phone with a white case, and it was a lot better about not overheating outside in the summertime.
Yeah. Maybe I can get a big, like a big umbrella, like the ones that you put in your cup and you for
Yeah,
your exotic drinks. Put a little umbrella on top of it,
yeah, right.
or anyways, I'm gonna
Parasol.
be. It's good to know that there is an issue, and I'm just gonna take uh, take steps, for the next time around. That's how you learn. But
Yep.
the bigger problem that I have right now is that the memory that's available inside the phone, I need to start to study about it and see how can I uh, remove stuff that's on the phone right now that's eating all the memory and stuff like that.
What kind of phone you have?
It's an i6.
Oh, okay.
Hey
Yeah.
Trey, and why don't you just buy a small iPad and run your camera through that?
Small iPad.
Yeah, get the iPad Mini. It's got plenty of storage for videos,
Huh. Okay.
and
Yeah.
it would be separate from your phone. You wouldn't have to disturb anything on your phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, that's an option too. Yeah.
And that
Might.
iPad Mini, you can get them for as cheap as $100.
Okay. I'll look into it.
And similar devices are getting really good about synchronizing with each other now too. So you can go from one to the other and pick it up and have what you were doing on one device right there in front of you on the other device too.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I
I
can
don't
do
know
that with my Android tablet.
Mm-hmm.
why Apple does it, but like on my phone here, I can pop out a SIM card or not a SIM card, but the memory card. Pop another memory card in, do whatever I want, take it out, stick it on my computer, and do all that, and not use any memory in the phone or whatever.
Mm-hmm. How
That's
do you do that? I mean, it's a separate card, or
Yeah, it's a separate card.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
On my phone,
will the phone operate with that separate card, or is
Um,
is it like a card for for the phone that does the calling, or just something separate?
it's separate.
Hmm.
It's like adding a hard drive or something to your phone. You just put it in and then
Oh,
tell it to use that.
you're talking about a external hard drive, right?
Yeah, it's just a little. It's just a SIM card, or not a SIM card, but a memory card that goes in there. I think it's 120. Mine is 128 megabytes or whatever. It was cheap, and I can film anything I want or whatever, and not
Hmm.
use any memory in the phone at all for the recording of that.
Okay.
you can even put some programs on the separate chip, on the separate memory card. You just have to go through your memory and see where everything's stored and remove some of the things over that you know aren't important to stay on the phone all the time. So I had to, an old Samsung, but by reconfiguring it all the time, I've kept it going and it's enough memory to load new apps on, like the Gypsy the other day. Gypsy, when I was running out of space, just by moving them around, swapping them between the internal memory card and the storage card that you've stuck in the phone.
Hmm. Okay.
Just sort of jiggling them about, having maybe look online too. You might find some more information.
Well, that was one reason why Samantha changed from Apple, was because on her iPhone 6 there, she had every time they would update and she'd get a new update, it used more and more of her memory to where
Hmm.
she had no memory left for the stuff she wanted
Yeah,
on the phone.
they'll
I think that's
squeeze
what
you
I
out
have
like
now.
that. I think that's their way of making you buy a new phone.
She did, but she bought a Samsung 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some of that stuff can be uninstalled and some of it cannot.
Right. And that's what she was pretty good at that, taking out what could be uninstalled. And it was a deal to where then she, I don't know, bought a cheap, not the little, it looks like a phone, but it's not a phone. iPod.
Hmm.
Is that what it is? An iPod or
yeah,
what you play
yeah.
music?
An iPod, yeah.
Yeah. So then she transfer everything from her phone over to the iPod. And I'm like, that's just crazy. to spend that money on an iPod just so you have more storage. And then I did buy her a scan disc makes the deal. You can plug into your phone and download everything on that scan disc and then change that over and you can put it on a computer. So she was doing her pictures that way because she had like 5,000 pictures or, she's always taking pictures.
Yeah.
So, but now that she got rid of all that, she sold that scan disc and everything else because, yeah, that was the problem she was having with storage.
Hey, let me interrupt for a second. Charles, do you still have your blue moderator wrench in this chat box?
No. No. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
I might have to run off. The school bus is going to be here any minute. So if the weather's not too bad, I might go out and have a fly with the boys when they get home. So
Cool.
I'll call it quits for tonight and hope that it's not too windy out there and might have a fly with them before it gets dark. So
Okay.
I'll say good night to everybody and
Right.
wait for the school bus.
Okay,
Yeah,
Gerald,
fine.
thanks for coming in,
Yeah.
and y'all have a great time.
Yeah, thank you. Good night.
That Gerald.
Bye.
Good night.
Have fun, Gerald. Bye
Hey,
bye.
Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
let me show you this. Let me
What you got there?
I can see what I'm doing here.
Let's see.
I'm just getting started.
You're out of focus.
Am I too far?
Let me click
Oh,
on
it's
that
the
to
call.
bring it up. It
Is it
takes
better
forever
closer
to
or what?
switch. Come on. I'm trying. Okay, now Charles is highlighted.
It looks like a yellow line on it or something, but it's really blurry.
It's green. I'm just getting started. I just want to show Ryan that.
Back it up 3 or 4 inches and let's see if it'll lock onto it.
It's the quality of the camera or the computer that
Yeah,
he's using.
I think we got a bandwidth problem on Charles's end.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I can't
anyways,
see much.
anyway, I'm just getting started.
Good. Great.
Yeah. So I was dropping my kids off at school, and I was waiting for them to get done with the orientation. So I took my paper there, and I took some colored pencils and started just fooling around with it. So, but you know what? I was talking to a friend of mine, and he gave me an idea I never even thought of. I've been talking to you about making my canopy removable on my Strega, right? So I can adjust the push rod from the bell crank to the flap, right? And he thought, well, why don't you make the flap horn have a slider? Put a slot in it so you can adjust everything. And I thought, wow, that is. Why didn't I think of it? Or why didn't
the
Triumph
flap horn?
Huh?
The flap horn?
Yeah, the flap horn. My elevator horn has a slot in it. I can adjust my elevator horn.
I don't think you need it on a flaps horn. I think you need it on an elevator horn. However, if you want to change the ratio between the flaps and the elevator, but the flaps you don't really. Just the overall length of the push rod adjustment. That's about the only thing you need.
Yeah, but I just thought that it's going to be a little bit of trouble to make that. So to make the canopy removable, why not make it so I can adjust anything I want? If I don't need to adjust it, it's no big deal. It'll just be there.
Well, yeah, I guess you can use the slider on the flaps horn and leave it fixed on the elevator. And since you have access from the canopy, then just by removing the canopy, you can adjust everything from that one point.
Yeah,
I can see that.
right.
But now you need something on the flaps horn with the slider. The slider is going to be on the push rod from the flaps to the elevator.
I thought you said on the flap horn. I thought you said.
No, I said the overall length of the push rod from the.
Oh yeah, that I can adjust with the left hand and right hand thread.
Yes,
that's problem adjusting that.
Yeah, that's the only thing you need.
I'll be right back.
I think that's the only thing you need from the bell crank to the flaps horn. But on the elevator or somewhere over there, you need to put some kind of adjustability so you can bias the how much elevator you have and how much flaps you have.
Yeah, I have that already. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, it's right here. Let me see here.
It's most likely on the elevator, right?
Yeah, so here's the elevator.
Uh-huh.
Elevator already has a slot in it.
Okay, perfect. Then that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
if you can, if you have left hand side and right hand side threads on that one, you can just make it longer or shorter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the same on from the bell crown to the flaps, and you're gonna be set with that.
I know. I just need to put the left hand and right hand foot on the push rod from the bell crank, or I could just undo the what do you call these fittings?
The clevis?
Not the clevis. It escapes me momentarily, but I could just take it off and then adjust it that way.
Six of one,
I
half
could
a dozen of the
it
other.
off. The ball link. I could take the
Yeah, the
ball
ball
link
link. Yeah.
off the flap horn, and I could
Uh-huh.
just turn that in or turn it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. That will work.
Yeah. Or I can make when
That.
I have all the extra hardware, I can make an adjustable left hand and right hand thread for the push rod from the bell crank as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the way Tom Morse does it better than I do it.
Mm-hmm.
He did a better job than I do.
Yeah. I mean, that's not something difficult to do.
Yeah, when I get done mine looks like crap compared to his. Are all nice and pretty. They have the thread or dental floss he uses around it, and it looked nice. Mine looked like he did it in Y.
So, what do you use for that?
I use JB Weld, and I scratch the inside surface and the outside surface of the insert,
Mm-hmm.
put it together, and then I wrap some either dental floss or some carbon toe, and it just doesn't look as nice. I'm sure mine are. I haven't had a failure yet, so they're obviously made well. They just look like crap.
Yeah. Well, the tricks for epoxying and make it look pretty. Maybe get a napkin with some alcohol in it, and once you're done with everything, with all the gluing, just take the damp napkin and just wipe down the excess stuff, so it's gonna look nicer. When you put
Okay.
your when you put your carbon fiber toe in there, you can wrap it nicely around and hit it with thin CA, and that's all you need for that. I mean, just
I just use that spider wire fishing line.
Yeah. Okay. I got plenty of that.
yeah, anything works.
I just put a dot of CA on it, let it harden, and then you can sit there and wind it and get them
Uh huh.
perfect. Back it off. When you get it where you want it, put another dot of CA on it,
Right.
and then cover it with some clear epoxy. And it's, I have a feeling that's how they do it. They got some kind of a deal. They wind it out, set it in place, and then throw a little epoxy around it.
Yeah.
Those are good ideas. I'll try that.
Yeah.
Usually
I don't care. I just wind mine on there, hit it, JB weld it, whatever. It looks like crap, but you can't see it inside the airplane.
I know. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. You can't see it.
Hey, Kimby.
Hey
Kim,
guys.
how you doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, I'm vertical. How are you guys?
I'm vertical, and that's always a good thing for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, what? Man, I'm just.
Oh, you know what? I finally noticed on these pictures, because I'm in the four square thing,
Yeah.
it's like there's little lights or little dots on there.
That's
And
right.
it's connection. And yours says
Oh yeah.
4. Charles says 4. Jeff's is good. Trying's is good. Everybody, but you two are. It says poor, and I don't know if it's your bandwidth or if you can adjust something.
Yeah, mine
Well, I
says
think that's
poor.
I think that's my mutual fund portfolio they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
See, Charles, even when you talk, I mean, it comes out very broken and very bad, and your picture is just I can barely make up your face.
Really? I don't know why. I mean, everything's the same as it was when we had the Google Hangouts. I mean, nothing's changed.
It was the same back then too. I mean, just maybe a little bit better on the Google Hangouts, but right now
Okay.
it's worse. It has to do with your internet connection, probably.
How do I got a green, a red, a yellow? What's on mine?
Yours is blue.
You're blue.
That's blue was when I talk. Oh, I can check my own connection. It says good. Mine says frame rate at 15. I don't know what that.
You know what mine is, you guys? Mine's on my kids on the internet.
See, now Jeff's is at 30. His is really high.
Oh, and I
Your
love
frame,
it.
your frame rate goes from 1 to 18. It's jumping all over, Charles.
8.
Yeah, I see it.
8.
Yeah, mine's at 19, 23. Yeah, I don't know what I could do. My kids and my wife is on the internet, and
That's what the
that's
problem is.
Yeah. Rusty's at 14. No, Trying's at 14, but yeah, I don't know what the difference is.
well, I'll just try to listen and consume more than contribute. Then.
Well, I mean, you can participate. You just can't show anything that's detailed like that picture. We couldn't see what we were looking at. I mean, I can look at you and tell that's Charles Carter. You know, I can see everything around you. It's just blurry.
All right.
Anyways, but that's you got started and you're making color drawings. That's what's
That's right.
important. So that's that.
You could take a picture of it and screen share it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It all depends how it comes out from the screen share.
Yeah, that's true. It's not going to be a hell of a lot better, is it?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to hit it. I got to get up in the morning and go to work. So it's 20 after 11 already. So
Yeah. Okay, Steve. Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
yeah, I'll try to get on Friday.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Steve. Take it easy, man.
Yep. Bye.
Have a good one, Steve.
We'll see him.
All right, Steve. Good night. I still have to buy books.
Oh, boy, that's expensive, isn't it?
Oh,
Can you
God.
get used ones for a lot cheaper?
Yeah, $100 plus a book.
Well, it's a worthwhile investment.
That's the used ones, or the used ones $100.
Mm-hmm. Depends what
That's
you buy,
absurd.
what class.
That's just wrong. I remember, thinking the same thing when my son Al was in college and having to buy books. And but they just shouldn't be. There's so many things about going to college that should make the college experience easy to do rather than just difficult in every way.
I guess they have to justify what you're going to make in the future.
I guess this is one of those situations where I know something's wrong, but I have no idea what to do about it.
All right, Charles.
Yeah,
I'm here a lot.
Charles,
I have a
Junar XL.
Now, how's that look? Does that look clear or detailed or what?
Yeah, that's
clear.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right. Hey, have you guys seen the pictures from the 180 building from the Nats? I took a bunch of pictures. If you want, I can share them with you.
Yeah. See, Charles, this is what I'm talking about. These kind of paint jobs are hard to make. I mean, you need a lot of artistic flair to pull one of these off. But
Oh yeah,
but
that's
even
beyond me.
yeah, but even this way you can see the theme over there, right? If you look at the stripes, the red stripe on the wing continues on the elevator, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
same angle and everything.
Yep. The same with the white stripe that starts on the flaps and continues on the elevator,
yeah,
right? So it kind of stops somewhere, and even the checkerboard kind of stops over there, right? And it doesn't continue on because it
Yeah,
seems like it's something stops and starts, something new starts. And I think,
right.
but that's kind of the theme of the whole paint job. But these are hard to pull off, man.
Oh, I understand. I'm not trying to do anything close to that, but let me go through some of these pictures. You guys can see the planes that were there at the Nats. So obviously
have
you're
you
familiar.
tried cleaning your camera lens?
No, I haven't tried that,
I
but I'll try
cleaned
that.
mine one time, and it made a whole hell of a lot of difference.
Now that's a
Yeah.
good point.
So here's this is Tom Dixon's plane.
Stylus,
That's pretty.
See how simple
Pretty
it is?
simple.
very Spartan paint job, but elegant.
I wish I would
Yeah.
have focused in on the pilot. The pilot was actually carved out of balsa wood. Unbelievable detail. Even his hair, it's incredible. I should have focused on that, but that's hindsight. And
Yep.
then I'm not sure who made this one.
Ugh.
The double deuce. Okay,
Hmm.
kind of a tiger flying tigerish thing. Well,
Yeah,
orange stripes, but
the stuff on the fin and on the back of the fuselage don't make much sense to me.
Yeah, it's nowhere on the plane.
In
it
this
Yeah,
doesn't
it doesn't.
connect. Yeah, you're right.
and the checker in the nose, what I mean, what is that? Is it supposed to be a dice, a Rubik cube, or what?
Oh, maybe it's supposed to be a dice.
Maybe
No, but dice are usually round. They have round dots, not. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, just put some dices over there.
it's
With
just a random design that came out of the art. Well, now there's playing cards where it says double deuce. So
Yeah,
yeah, but what's the checker on the nose?
I have no idea. It doesn't
Oh,
unless it's a what is a domino? No, dominoes have round dots. So I don't know.
yeah,
yeah.
it's before. Yeah, beyond me.
So what's with the tape? Yeah, yeah,
And then here's an impact. That's pretty simple and straightforward.
yeah. It looks
Yeah,
pretty. The wing matches the tail. And they both match the fuselage somehow, right?
Yeah,
I
And
like that cockpit, the
and it's
coloring of the cockpit too.
yeah.
yeah.
A bit small cockpit, I think I'd like a bigger cockpit, to emphasize it. But other than that, just simple, nice paint job.
But yeah, Winnie Yanowski said if you think it's gonna be too big, make it a little bit bigger, and then you have about the right size for a cockpit. And then this is I think this is Dave Heinzman's Junar, I think.
Uh-huh.
And I think
That's
this is
pretty.
I think it's based off of like Sparky has already said, his Junar isn't really, you know, exactly a Junar. It's an homage to a Junar. His is a little bit different, but this is actually a Junar, I think, from Plans,
Hmm.
where Sparky built his in his head.
Okay, that's a nice plane.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
and
wings the wings agree with the yeah.
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, the wings agree with the horizontal. Then the trim on the tail looks kind of like the one on a wing, right?
Sort
The
of
three
angles are
stripes.
different.
Yeah.
The one
That
thing when you
this
see
white on the top of the canopy, in the front of the canopy, should have been green.
the one thing about when you see this plane, the cord looks so huge. You can't tell in this picture,
Hmm.
but my only criticism of this of the color scheme is that how like if you're fat, you shouldn't wear stripes a certain way. It accentuates how fat you are.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Well, this color scheme, when you see the plane in person, the cord just looks just fat. it. I think another color scheme. I like the color scheme, but I think on this plane something different would have been better. It make the plane aesthetically look more pleasing.
Yeah. Well,
That's
Charles,
my
Charles,
opinion.
you know what you're talking about right now? Is matching the paint, the striping and stuff like that with the shape of the plane. Because the plane it's all elliptical and flowing lines and stuff like that. Now you put straight lines on it. It just, you know. But if you look at the Billy's Cobra or one of those, that's just gorgeous.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just thought this plane looked okay.
Mhm.
Here's another plane by itself.
Yeah, you see how this kind of curvy lines on the paint scheme kind of complements the shape of
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
plane.
exactly. It
But,
it, it does complement it.
the
but now
bronze
look,
color on top.
but look at the font here. He should have used some kind of a script font,
Yes,
not
yes, you're
this,
right.
not this squarish kind of like a script.
That is
That's
Because
almost like a Roman font or something. I can hardly tell.
yeah, something like
yeah,
that.
that is spot on. You're right. That would make a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine it.
I like cursive on a lot of my planes. I've put cursive fonts.
And here's another shot of the same plane.
Mhm.
High voltage.
Look how simple this is.
Yeah,
What's the stuff on the nose over there? The black on the very tip of the nose. Is that a propeller? No, it's not.
I thought
no,
that was. It's not a propeller blade.
no,
No, it's just. But
yeah, it doesn't seem to work really.
That's the only thing that jumps at me. Other than
Yeah,
that, it's beautiful.
yeah. I think the plane would look better if it had a taller rudder.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
noticed that right away. Where is this from?
This is from the appearance judging at the Nats this year, and they held the appearance judging in the what they call the 180 building.
Mhm.
So the Junar that I flew was there, but it wasn't where all these other planes are at. These planes are in rows. My Junar was in the back because I didn't build it, so it wasn't getting appearance points.
Uh,
It just had to be processed there, had to be
Mhm.
weighed and check the AMA number, which Sparky was kind enough to put my AMA number on his plane for me. But it was in the back. So these are all planes that are being judged for appearance.
Mhm. Okay.
No comments on this one.
Too much to talk about.
Okay.
Now this is pretty.
Oh
that,
yeah,
that's got to be Bruce's plane.
Now this is gorgeous.
yeah.
Is
And
that
this,
that's Bruce Jennings' plane there?
and you got to have some good craftsmanship to show off all your work.
Uh-huh.
I'm just guessing. I don't really know that, but I bet you
I
it
think you're
is.
right. I think you're right. If I was in my office, I could confirm it, but I don't know. But I think you're right.
Yeah,
That is pretty.
that is very pretty.
Yeah.
Hurley indeed.
This is Dan Banjock's Raven.
Oh, I like the wings. That's cool.
That's a real airplane that has a the same way the it's a turboprop
Yeah,
aerobatic plane,
yeah,
and it's an actual real plane. So on this ones, if you go scale on something, just copy whatever is in the real plane. Don't even
right,
go pen
right,
schemes or something like that.
exactly.
You either do scale or you don't do scale. One of the
Yeah,
two.
yeah. This is definitely a good looking plane. I spoke to Dan Banjock and he explained to me how he made those pipes uh, that are sticking out. And he made a wooden mold and then he, like half of it, and then he just made the other one. Then he had someone weld them together
Hmm.
and clean it up. So that's pretty neat.
Wow. So
Another
I'm gonna,
shot of the pipes there. You can see them.
so he basically beat them into submission.
Yeah, really neat up front.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna
Cool.
show you a picture in a minute when you get through of my wings,
Okay,
my
all right.
Osprey.
Another SV11. It's pretty clean and straightforward.
Yep.
So I'm probably gonna do something simple like this, something clean and straightforward on my Strega.
Yeah. But now you see, this is the opposite what we saw on the other plane on the one that had nice curvy line complement the fuselage and then had the Times New Roman script. This one it's
Yeah,
opposite.
yeah. It's when she got that
If
blocky script, and
yeah,
what
if he
y'all
if
need
he
to
if he
learn that.
kept like a aerial script on this one, it would look
Yeah,
beautiful.
right. Yeah, exactly.
If he kept some of the theme uh, from the wing on a fuselage as well, would look even better. You know, these broken lines, they could probably just get the broken line and just bring them downwards, and then uh, maybe do something like that on a rudder or something like that. Just you can definitely do those lines. The red in the middle of the fuselage climb up on the rudder and
Yes.
put
Yeah.
a black stripe on the back of behind it.
Right.
I think that would look great.
I think so too. You're right, because the fuselage doesn't really totally match the wing and the stab.
It looks like a different fuselage that they were put together. You know.
Yeah.
Now, if you had a blue leading edge on the wing and then a red stripe underneath the blue leading edge on the wing, yeah. Anyways, yeah, we talk too much. Looks a pretty plain, better than some of them. You know.
Here's a SV23,
Mhm. I was
and there's
always
a.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I was always partial to this translucent paint jobs.
Yeah, they are neat. I think
Mhm.
Stevens is a little bit nicer. We'll get to it in a minute. I can't remember. He made the world team not last year, but the year before.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name, but his looks better than this one.
yeah. The only thing
Here's
about the other picture that you just put before that one, no, the back.
the SV23.
Yeah, the only thing about that is behind the canopy, that curvy line you see behind the
Yeah,
canopy, how
yeah.
it put a square edge on it. If everything else is square, just put a square edge on it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, you're absolutely right. That doesn't make any. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Wow. It's. I'm so glad you told me that. Um, Trians. I'm gonna be. I mean, I'm sure my color scheme um,
Mhm.
is not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be better than if we hadn't had that conversation about things matching like that.
Mhm.
Because I was totally clueless.
Yeah, I mean, now you obviously have a critical eye right now, and you can look at something go like, "Oh, I see this. I like this. I don't like this," or stuff like that. And and
Right.
and the reason why you like this stuff, because it has a pattern, and the human eyes love patterns. It doesn't matter what the pattern is. But you
Right.
look at the wing, you look at the elevator, is kind of identical, right?
Right.
And you see something on a little bit on the fuselage as well. Not much, but
Right.
a little bit.
We saw
All
this
right.
already.
All right, next. We saw this, yeah.
So you think if the curve behind the canopy on this one should have been straight as well?
Oh, I don't know, but with the curvature, you take the paint job and slap it on a wing. Imagine a red wing, right? And with the stripe that kind of curves like that and goes around alongside a white stripe that goes along the leading edge, or maybe another trim white stripe behind it, and some nice lettering with the red elevator as well, kind of match it. What you have on a fuselage, you see that? So they'll look nice. But this is a case of we feel like the wings are from one plane and that stuff is from another plane.
Yeah, I think so. You're right.
Yeah,
A little bit better shot of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now this one I like. This one I really like.
Yeah, I like that font too.
Yeah. And do you see how
Oh
he
yeah.
played with the colors? How he flip flopped them?
Yeah, I see that. There isn't a whole lot of blue on the fuselage at all.
White is kind of the base color, but in the blue you have everywhere you have blue on the wing, you have red on the fuselage. But anyways, the wings and the horizontal are just fantastically. They're just beautiful. This is a beautiful plane.
That is pretty.
Yeah. Maybe a little blue on the bottom of the fuselage would have looked better, but anyways,
Little patches.
this is beautiful.
Yeah, pretty.
You
That's
see,
Jose Modesto's plane.
yeah, you see how it has like uh, the paint job is interrupted by those lines, and the same thing in the fuselage, and kind of repeats it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did a good job.
yeah. Even though a plane like this would scream for curvy lines on a trim and stuff like that. See, it's all elliptical and stuff like that.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Interesting.
And one thing about the canopy, that white stripe on the canopy in the middle of it just ugh, shoot me please.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I saw it, but I
No,
didn't know what it was.
seriously, he could have left the canopy in one color, all of it, and just look 100 times better.
Yeah.
Live streaming is on.
Okay.
This is Wesley Dick's plane. And he only has like 5 numbers for his AMA number. That's pretty cool.
Okay. What was that?
I was saying he only has 5 numbers in his AMA number. That's pretty cool. I wonder if the lettering should have been more of a script type of lettering instead of being so blocky.
Hmm.
Like the word velvet. If that would have been more of a script, that might look nicer
Yeah, I
as
guess
opposed
so.
to
Yeah,
blocky.
or simply just keep the lines sharp because the plane is kind of squarish. I think if you put like sharp corners instead of those roundish things. Yeah, okay, you can go either way, Charles. Really either way.
This is a friend of Sparky, John Jordan. He was really helpful to me. If you're listening, John, thank you very much. I appreciate all your help at the Nats.
Hmm. This is pretty.
It is pretty.
Hmm. He kind of put a stripe on the fuselage and continued on the wings. You know what you want to do with paint jobs like this? You want to flip flop the pattern. Whatever it's white on the wing is going to be red on the fuselage. Whatever it's and vice versa.
Right.
This is pretty easy to do too. By the
Yep.
way, so make a fuselage with a stripe something around your wing and an elevator and do your shape. And when you do the wing, you do opposite.
Wow. Yeah.
Just flip flop colors. That's all.
Joe Gilbert's plane. The guy that loved flying your Revolution.
Oh yeah. Oh, this plane is screaming panel lines to me like mad.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I
Where
didn't
are
even
my
realize.
panel lines? Put my panel lines on.
Yeah,
Lazy
Yeah,
butt.
no
you
step.
know, I didn't realize that, but you're absolutely right. If it had panel lines, it'd be
Oh,
wow. That is
it would
amazing.
just be in your face, and some especially ink work around the canopy, like some dots over there, rivets and stuff like that. Oh boy, this will look just bam.
That is amazing, Tyran.
Hey, let me have a turn to squeeze one in, then I'll let you
All
have it
right,
back.
all right.
I showed you my plane in 96 or 97, right?
I don't remember.
What?
I don't remember.
Come on, picture, show up. Oh, I wish I still got Charles up. There we go. Come on, show me, show me.
I
Everything,
just see.
man, my computer's just bogging tonight. There we go. Okay, got me highlighted. Come on. That's Jack. I mean,
Hey,
not
Jack.
Jack. I always get Jack and Jeff mixed up. Come on, Rusty, show up like you're supposed to. There we go. Okay. Now, screen share and application window. And here's one of them. I got two of them. That's my Osprey. How you like that, Trey? And that's kind of simple, but it's all wood tone in the back with just urethane on it and
Oh, there
silver in
you
the front. That's not a flight streak. That's actually a sky ray.
Yeah.
But got the eagle wings on it. They blend. Other angles look better. They blend in with the hawk's beak up or the eagle's beak up front. And there's another picture of it there. It was a
I was.
pretty good little airplane. I just
Now,
kit back the sky ray.
yeah, you see, your theme here is that's like you have a wing, a green background, and you put a bird on top of the green background, right?
Yeah.
And on the
Well, it's blue.
fuselage,
It's sky blue. It's
yeah,
not green on my monitor. It's
okay,
sky
this
blue in
looks
real life.
greenish here. Okay, sky blue, whatever the color is, doesn't matter. And you have a wood fuselage with a bird on it, basically, right?
Yeah. A silver
And
tail.
what's missing over there? You tell me.
It doesn't have any bird tail.
No. The wing is blue sky ray background with a bird wing on it, right?
Yeah.
And on the fuselage, you have the bird.
Yeah, I got a bird on the silver stab, a vertical stab. Nothing on the
No,
fuse.
what I'm thinking, just make the blue sky ray on the fuselage as well and just put the birds on top of it.
Yeah.
Keep the theme, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's it. It looks pretty. It's nice.
I like
I
it. I
think,
was proud of
yeah,
it when I did it. I
yeah.
took it out in the sun too soon. It was 104 degrees that day, and the clear coat bubbled on the nose of it, but I managed to get it straightened out pretty good. So
Okay,
anyway, that's my
cool.
screen share. Let me
Mhm.
unclick me, and Charles can have it back. Hey Kim, what you up to this evening? Did you do anything fun this weekend?
Not a whole lot. Got some family stuff going on. I'm just kind of vegged out.
Vegged out. It's about typical around here for Monday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all about ready to call it a night? Okay, Charles is back at it. Okay, let me click you up there.
All right. Why not? This is like a. This is a
I like the
mismatch.
starfish at the end of the blue stripe.
Yeah. It's like he has a different fuselage on a different plane.
I like the Krispy Kreme sticker on the back on the tail lamp.
Is that what that is?
Uh, yeah, I think he should have done it on the other side too to give it balance. I don't know. It's just kind of like all of a sudden you see the Krispy Kreme. It's like, I guess, like he says, why not?
That reminds me of
Oh, it's on the
our
wheel pants
Canadian
also.
buddy, YOY, on his Nobler. Where's Lynn been lately?
I don't know, but I think he has on the wheel pants as well. I think that's what it is. Here's a Sparky's plane that he flew at the Nats.
High roller.
This is the plane he thinks I should have flown, and he thinks he should have flown the Junar. I told Sparky it's because I made the Junar look so good in the air.
He's got the canopy cockpit set way back on that one.
Yeah, uh, it's 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 a nice looking plane. I mean, I still think it's Sparky's planes are so much better than anything I can do. Even this one is way better than anything I can do or I've
Yeah.
done.
Sorry, I was absent a little bit.
He doesn't have
Don't
any
worry.
mats or anything on his landing gear, just a plain wire. I
No, I think
guess
that.
maybe I just can't see it.
Yeah, I think it is a spat. It's just a real thin spat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, well, this okay. If you want my opinion on this one, I'd say the plane has everything with curved lines in the fuselage and the wing. Yes, the wing shape it's also elliptical and stuff like that. I'll probably just put some curved lines on the wings as well. Kind of
Yeah,
do
you're
the
right. That might help. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
they will look a lot
And
better.
somebody called my name.
Spark is gonna
no,
crucify me. I was gonna say it's gonna ban me from
no, he's
this.
asleep.
For
Remember, he's asleep. Unless he's just see what we do when he's off the air.
oh, he's gonna come back and watch it and go like, oh, Tryan.
I don't know.
Ah.
Let's change the plane quick.
Oh boy.
What did you do about the number when you
Oh,
borrowed a plane, Charles? Did you
oh.
tape over Sparky's number and write your number on it?
No, he actually, with his machine there, he just he made a vinyl
Oh, and
and
just
covered his number up with my new number, and then I
oh,
guess
okay,
to remove it, and it came off with no issue.
okay,
So,
that's
so
cool.
do you want to comment on this one?
This
My comment is
is
where do I start and where do I end?
yeah, it doesn't make any sense, not consistent
Nothing.
because even the checkerboards on the wing kind of go at an angle, and the checkerboards on the stab and elevator are straight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
even I
nothing
wouldn't have done that.
there's nothing on the fuselage that really correlates to the wing. It's like a different fuse on a different airplane, but it's still. I can tell he did a lot of work on it. I mean, you can tell he cared. He gave a damn.
Hmm.
But it'd be like something I would do prior to talking to you, Ryan. I had no idea about the taking something on the fuse and overlaying it on the wing.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I'm sure this person probably did a lot of work on this plane too, but it's I don't know.
Well, if it's a
I,
warplane and the real warplane had this kind of a paint scheme, see this at this point, if it's a warplane, whatever you pick, you copy exactly what you got over there. It doesn't matter what it is, and you
I
can
can't
put a
imagine.
picture of the real plane next to it, so people
Yeah,
see.
I can't imagine a air cobra looking like that with a white tail. I just can't imagine that. It's not typical of a warplane.
Yeah. And this is one place where I don't really agree with the BOM, where people look for shiny planes so they can move them to the front row. I mean, shiny plane and a warplane, I cringe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's supposed to be smoke stained and bullet
It's
riddled.
yeah, everything is flat colors in a plane, in a warplane. There's nothing shiny on it.
Right. That makes sense.
It's have you ever seen a shiny warplane? Uh,
Maybe in a museum, maybe.
Not even there.
I
Yeah.
like the wheel pants on this plane.
The what?
The wheel pants.
I don't like those wheel pants. I don't like them. Even though
I
they
don't
have
like
to.
the white fuselage. Just is too white. I don't know.
I mean,
And
not
maybe the stripes. Maybe the stripes behind the
nothing works.
doesn't make any sense, and the checkerboard on the rudder does not make any sense.
Nothing makes sense. There's just nothing there.
I wonder how many people are out there watching this and steaming about the comments on their planes.
I'm gonna
Hey,
beat
well, you
them.
know what?
No, this is a learning experience. I'm not doing that to beat them up.
I know, I'm just teasing.
Yeah, this is, you know, I think anybody that will look at this stuff and what we talked about in the past sessions about how to come up with a easy way to do a nice paint scheme. Yeah.
I think this is very helpful because it's like I've looked at planes and I didn't know why I didn't like it,
Mm-hmm.
and then talking to Tryon here has brought to the surface, and then I go, oh yeah, that's why I don't like it, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah, artistic perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now,
Well,
what if the fuselage on this plane was silver, like the elevator and the wing, right?
oh, it'd
And
be so much nicer.
and you put some with the same like white and red stripes, right, on it, and some nice checkers, maybe some writing USA on a tail or something like that. Some bam, right there, no?
I
Right?
think if you just get the black and gold stripe behind the canopy, it would look so much better, and get rid of the checkerboard on the rudder, and then it'd
Oh,
be.
the checkerboard is just screams at me, goes like, oh, where's my hacksaw? I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Wow.
All right, Thunder Gazer. This is the kit I have. I can't wait to build it.
Yeah, this looks pretty.
And this is his old plane. I think he only got like I heard he got only 14 appearance points. It looks better than 14 appearance points, but I heard that if you have close, you can see that the plane had wear. But I always thought this was a neat color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
It's French on the inboard and American on the outboard.
Yes,
Yeah, because this plane was flown at the 2008 World Championships in France,
uh-huh.
Yeah.
where he
Fitzgerald
won.
does that a lot. Yeah,
Where he won.
Okay.
That's
yeah. I'll just take the star off the nose too.
Yeah.
It just doesn't belong there for some reason.
oh, that's right. Oh yeah, that's an interesting point.
But
Yeah, if the
that's
star was
about it.
there, that's about it.
Yeah, but he made it work.
Yeah,
What
I
was
like
that plane called? What was that plane called? Is, is it
called
a
it.
dreadnought?
No, it's called it. Which one? The this one here,
No, the previous David's plane.
David's planes. That's the Thunder Gazer.
Thundergazer. Yeah. Okay.
They're all Thunder Gazer, aren't they?
Yeah, the ones he built are Thunder Gazer. I think he has. I know he has at least two of them. Didn't he retire one at the Triple Tree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
That
this is
was
his
this
old
one
one.
we're looking at, I think.
No, the one that was retired is still there. That was actually newer than this one, I think.
Oh,
No, I think the one actually won the world championship. I think.
Well, boys, I'm getting ready to bail out of here. I'm losing it fast. So
Uh-huh.
we'll
All
talk
right.
to you Friday. Hope
okay,
you have a
Kim.
good week. All right.
Thanks
Good
for,
night,
Care.
sir.
thanks for hanging out with us for a while.
Hey, I appreciate it. We'll catch you guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you Friday. Everybody be a little peppier on Friday, I hope.
Yeah, maybe. We'll
All
see.
right.
All right.
Have a good
Bye
evening.
bye.
Yeah. Good night. Yeah.
Hey, anybody out there want me to pull the plug on this?
No, it's fine. I like it.
Okay.
What
Is my
screams at you on
camera
this
still
one?
there?
There's only one thing that screams at me.
Let me see if I can find it. Um, you don't like the font
Where? Which one?
on the wings?
What? Which one?
Um, well, the Texan and the AMA number.
I like cursive
No,
fonts like
no,
that.
not that. It's the other font on the
Oh, the
fuselage.
font inside the
The
fuselage. Okay.
the Jet Aerotech. You see
Yeah,
how the
I did.
Texan and
Oh,
number
yeah.
7, everything is one, and everything like curvy lines and stuff like that. They kind of work together
Right, right.
until you go to that squarish. You put white on top of it, and it just looks a lot better.
Yeah, we got a simple fix for you, Texan.
But let's be fair on this. So on this other side, I think Jet Aerotech is their logo, and whatever logo it's in reality
Oh
as a
yeah,
That's
and you got to
true.
carry.
that's
You can't
that's
carry.
you have to be true to it. Yeah,
Good
That
point.
might be what it is. Yeah.
but you might want to make it smaller, perhaps.
There you go. Yeah, make it smaller.
Yes.
Now, I actually like the plane itself. This plane is. I like the cheeks. I love cheeks, the cow cheeks on the plane. I like cow cheeks on any plane.
Hmm. Yeah, they look pretty, even though, especially on the sharks. Those
Yes.
are gorgeous. Yes, I like them. And we stop at the chicks. We have checkerboards. Then we have lines on one side of the. I don't know. It's just there's too much. What do you
All
think,
right.
Charles?
Um, for some reason, it's. I think you're right. I think if you didn't have the stripes on one side, just didn't have them at all, it would look good.
Well, at least match the
Right.
fonts. The fonts match. We'll put the
No, the fonts
stripes.
don't match.
Yeah,
They're right. None of the fonts match. All three of them don't match.
yeah.
That's amazing. Your eye picks it up, man. It's amazing.
It's
Now
just,
this is I talked to Eugene Martin. This is I think a 19-year-old plane,
mhm.
and you can't tell it looking up close. It's really pretty. 19 or 15 years old. I can't remember,
Mhm.
but it's not a. It's an old plane.
Gene might be mad on me, but what I have to say about Gene's planes, usually the stripes, the lettering, the fonts and stuff like that, it's absolutely beautiful. It makes sense. It works together beautiful. But when you start to look at his panel lines, good grief. I draw the line over there. I'm sorry. But you have to look closely at it. I mean, if you look at you have hatches over hatches. Um, uh, it looks like this folding sides. Almost you have screwdriver slots on every single panel, as if every single panel is detachable. Um, you have to have it to make some sense, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. It's a little bit overdone. Wendy always said that you wanna on panel lines you want to go just a little bit short of not enough because if you go over the edge, it's it's bad.
Yeah. But think about typically how do the planes are being built, right? You have a spar, right?
Right.
And you have another spar close to the trailing edge, and then you have some ribs, right?
Right.
And now we have the sheeting, and the sheeting may have a leading edge that wraps around, and a few blocks of panels behind it, and some visiting hatches here and there. And the visiting hatches and maybe a fuel hatch. And if it's a flaps or an elevator, again, it has like a leading edge and a block behind it with rivets, right? So if you just imitate the leading edge and then you put dots on the rivets to simulate like where the ribs are, just dots. Don't have to put a line over there. Make some panel lines, put some dots where the rivets go. Beautiful,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Have some realism to it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you put panel lines, it has to look realistic, like
Yeah.
would
Pretty
be on a real
typical.
plane. If they don't make sense, you have baggage containers all the way into the rudder and on a wingtip and stuff like that. Then you start to. I mean, come on. Anyways, all right.
I don't know Matt Newman, but for some reason, I've never liked this color scheme, or maybe I don't know. I just don't like this color scheme.
Uh-huh.
Just don't like it.
Yeah. I can see that. Sometimes you don't hit it. You know why? I tell you why. I know why. See, it doesn't matter what happens on the wings and stuff like that. But look on the fuselage. You have the red. You have the three stripes, right?
Right?
And then it goes on the elevator, and then once you go on, I mean, goes on the rudder, and once it goes on the rudder, you kind of scratch your head, right? Because everything on the wings, those paint schemes kind of turn a corner and kind of end up into a point, right? And on the elevator, it doesn't. Plus, it's a single color over there because does it have three colors on the wing? Is it?
One, two, yeah, three, and then just a lot of colors. Even the red is broken up.
Is that a fade or it was three colors? It's a fade, I think.
Whatever it is, it's really confusing to look at.
Yeah.
And this guy probably put a lot of work in this plane.
I, th- I think
That's
it
what's
should have.
so.
Yeah, go ahead. I
Yeah,
think it
it's
should have turned it on the rudder upwards. Psht. Emphasize that turn, like it had just on the wingtips. Make sense?
I just don't like this plane. I just don't like it.
Okay. All right.
I remember when he was building it. I was just like, I don't like that plane.
Yeah.
But he probably loves it. He's probably very proud of it, and he should be. Probably put a lot of work in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
High voltage.
High voltage. Whose was this?
I don't know.
Okay.
I uh I like I like this one.
Okay.
It's
I like it too, but minus the zigzag behind the canopy. Probably that should have been like one piece, make it all blue, and those three stripes on the bottom of the fuselage, on the side of the fuselage, those multiple lines.
yes,
See on the wing, everything is lined with a single line, right?
yes,
On
right.
the rudder, it's a single line. On the elevator, it's a single line. On the nose, it's a single line. And all of a sudden, he needs to put like 50 lines on the fuselage down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like the pinstriping on the elevators.
oh, the pen striping? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what will look even nicer than that? If you
What's that?
just put the edge, make a trim tab over there like a real elevator,
Okay, yeah,
and then
yeah.
instead of putting lines, you put dots, rivets.
Interesting. Yeah,
Those look
yeah.
really
Very
nice
interesting.
because that's how planes are made, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. You have the
not
panels,
bad.
you have the panels overlapping, right? And some rivets through them, and then wherever the ribs are, you see just the rivets. You don't see a line. Imagine you this was a real elevator, right? You have to have one, two, three, four, five. Okay, I'm done counting. You have to have a bunch of little plates side by side, glued together, kind of. All right. Yeah.
This Derek's plane.
Derek,
Yeah.
I love him, but I don't know if this is American flag theme or what is it.
That's kind of like an outer space theme on the tail.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, I was confused. Was it American flag as well? I mean, I like the plane.
Uh-huh.
I like the plane. That's what I mean. I like it.
Yeah, but look how nice it is. Like the stripes on the wing that curve nicely. The nose agrees with that, right?
Right.
I'll just get rid of all the stars on the wing. I'm sorry. I just make it plain red on the leading edge.
Yep, you could have done that.
Yeah.
That would have worked just as well, probably. Or just copy what he did on the wing and put
Or
that on
make
the
yeah.
on
Or
the
you know what I would
yeah.
do? I would do a night and day theme on it, right? Make the tail with a night, right? Like the starry sky and stuff like that, and still put
Right,
that the red stripe on the wing on the elevator, right? Follow me?
right, right.
And on the front, I would just put like sky blue with clouds on it or something like that, and just keep that the red stripes. So it's kind of night and day kind of thing.
Yeah,
But you still have the same paint job on the fuselage with the red stripes, same paint job with the red stripes that flow like this on the wing and the elevator with the name and stuff like that. But just, uh, that'll be a nice paint job. I think that look cool.
yeah. That's very interesting. Very interesting. I'm thinking that don't like the blue, all that blue in the back with the stars. Maybe without the stars, it'd be all right with just like a little red. Maybe just do the same color scheme on the wing and do it in blue on the tail. But the same thing you did on the wing, put it on the tail,
Yeah.
but instead of using red, use blue. That might have worked.
Okay, blue instead of red on the wings. Okay. And on the tail, what would you do on the tail?
No, I'm saying is on the tail. Whoops, excuse me. What I do? I touched something here. Hang on.
Stop touching things.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, anyways, I just would have done the. I just would have wanted to repeat what I saw on the wing and put it on the tail.
Yes.
Yeah,
Same color, red.
yeah, just copy the wing and put it on the tail. Call it a
Yes.
day. It'll look
Yeah.
really nice.
Yes, I think it would.
All right. This is I think Masa Hiki, I think.
This was
Or
one of
Masa,
the prettiest planes out there.
it's a pretty plane.
Yes. Yep. And yep.
Don't like this plane.
What does it say? Airbender.
It's
Yeah, Airbender.
this is Bob Brookings' plane. Weapon of choice.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Shiny,
I only
pretty,
got a
very
only
really
has
simple.
deep
four,
gloss to it.
Uh-huh.
he only has four AMA numbers. Wow.
Yeah, well, if you're a contest director, you can you can hack the first digits off and keep the last four.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, though.
I'm not sure why they allow you to do that, but that's how Wayne is. He's only got four digits on his newer planes, and then his older planes, he's got like five.
This is again
And
like a different fuselage on a different plane.
Too much red, I'd say. That's all.
Yeah. I'm gonna go a little quicker, okay, you guys?
Sure, yeah.
A shot of
So
Masa's plane.
the good part of it is, yeah, this is one very, very pretty plane.
Yeah, it is.
Look, the red on the fuselage with the golden stripe and the black pencil line. You look on the wing, it's a red leading edge with the golden stripe with the black pencil line. A
Yeah.
checker
Yep.
all over there, checker over there. I mean, it's
I'm
just
gonna I'm gonna do something like that on my Strega. Just copy the fuselage onto the wing. I think that's
it's
gonna be
the
easy
easiest
do.
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
not wild about the four checkered band-aids on it.
Hmm?
Yeah. I guess he didn't have to have that on there. I guess it would have been pretty without it.
or
That's true.
taper them or something instead of just one rectangle each.
Yeah, but actually, if you take the checkers out completely, would it be even nicer, I think.
And the one on the side of the fuse is almost straight up and down, and the ones in the wing have more of an angle to them.
Hmm.
The angles don't match.
No, I think it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I obviously like this plane. I took pictures of the pinstriping.
Yeah, it's a very pretty plane, not by any means. That's a beautiful plane.
Charles, did you take all these pictures?
Yeah, with my phone, believe it or not, with my phone. Yeah, I wasn't
Ugh,
really prepared, and I just used my phone
ugh.
and took these pictures.
Please,
I'd be
please,
scared of losing my balance and stepping on one.
please hide this picture quickly. And that was a 19 pointer to or 18 points or something like that. Oh,
I
oh
like that.
no.
Now this is I like this plane. This is Chris Rudd's plane.
Uh-huh.
This plane it flew really nice. I really liked seeing it fly.
Hmm. Yep.
Very. I mean, I saw him fly this plane in like when was this? I think it was Thursday night. It was really windy. Him and Orestes, Richard Oliver. Um, I'm not sure if Howard Rush is out there, but I could not believe the wind. And these guys are putting like rule book stunt patterns out there. 4 foot bottoms, unbelievable.
Hmm.
I like this plane.
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, it's pretty easy to do a warbird. You just look at one and just do whatever they did over there.
Yeah,
Uh,
this is I think Richard Oliver's plane. Um,
yeah.
and now this is the I saw the SB-23 earlier. Kind of
Uh-huh.
reminded me of this SB-22,
Uh-huh.
but I think this SB-22 is so much nicer
Yeah.
than the other one.
Yeah, this is Kenny Stevens, right?
Yeah, Kenny Stevens, that's what it is. Yes,
Yeah.
Kenny Stevens plane, and this picture does not do it any justice. It is so gorgeous up front.
Yeah, except for the white checker and the fuselage, other than that, it's pretty plain,
Yeah,
yes. I don't
pretty.
see no.
Oh, here's another shot of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can see how pretty this plane is. This is really a pretty plane.
Yeah, the checker and the fuselage, all of it, the white and the
Yeah, you're
black
right.
and stuff,
You
just
don't need it. You're absolutely right.
none of that. Yeah.
You really don't need any of the checkerboard. I mean, even the
That's a,
black and yellow can go.
it's an
Yes.
interesting shaped canopy.
It is. I was
Yeah.
going to say that. Yeah, very interesting shaped canopy. Very pretty plane.
Yeah.
Really like it.
But like Rusty was saying, the canopy, I'm not sure about that. Look how pretty this is,
That's
how
a
simple
nice.
it
I
is.
like that.
Yeah, this is pretty clean and simple and straight up. It's
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I
yeah,
like that a lot.
red, white, blue. And the nose is red, white, blue. Everything else is white.
Yeah,
Simple. And he
simple.
basically took everything off of a real plane. Probably, what was the Air Force Thunderbirds, right?
Yeah, Thunderbirds. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah. Just
nice.
nice, yeah. This one somehow it works together, but it's everything is just kind of a
It's
it just
got,
works
it
somehow.
looks kind of like a teal Mediterranean color, greenish blue there. It's hard to tell maybe on the monitor.
Yeah, I think you're
You see,
right.
I'm looking at the checkerboard on the fuselage, which I like a lot, right? And that those like
Right.
missing dots and stuff like that. Maybe on the wing when he put the checkerboard over there, make it the same theme, kind of fine, like a more
Yeah,
finer, and like
Oh, now this is I think this is Hickey's plane, the Japanese guy from
uh-huh.
this, he's a really good flyer, Rusty. This guy Hickey, I mean, he can fly his butt off.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
flies
saw him
fast.
flying. Yeah, I was flying together with him on practice. with the Japanese. They were looking at my plane. He was going like, "Holy smokes!" Not the paint job of it or something like that, but the construction, everything else. They were very impressed.
Right.
But they had beautiful plane. The panel lines that they make, they're beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful. I always
Yeah,
like this plane.
it is beautiful. This
I
plane is
love,
really
I
beautiful.
love that shape of the nose.
Oh, I know those cow cheeks or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Wow, those are
I couldn't say the words, but yeah, the cheeks.
yeah.
Oh,
The
I was
wheel
talking.
pants are kind of disproportionately small.
It was just more like, yeah.
What
No,
are
I think it
small?
was nice. I thought it was nice. Mine. I
What are
like it.
small or rusty?
The wheel pants, I was saying, look disproportionately small.
Oh, okay.
That's okay, and it might just be the perspective too.
Hmm. Yeah.
In this case, that canopy might just be just a little bit too big.
Mm. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, maybe it's a twin seater.
It's a little bit. Yeah, you're right about a little bit, but it's nice. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it is. It
yeah,
is. It is very nice.
yeah.
Do you remember if you could see through that canopy or not, or is it just black painted?
I don't remember. Now this plane is in the 18-point row. This is after a repair.
It looks
You
kind of
actually
like a hagbird.
got, yeah, yeah. It's Hey, you know what? It give Paul Walker lots of grace.
No
He
kidding.
deserves it. Lots of grace.
He 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 has a lot of grace. There were
Yes.
there were some planes over there that received lots of grace, to be honest.
Yeah. Now this is Howard Rush's plane, which
How
is
about that staggered checker? That's all right.
that is neat. I like how it's kind of a wavy kind of thing, like
Uh-huh.
a wave. It's but
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like it's flat, almost like a flapping
yeah. I think you should have done something
in
on
the
the
wind,
staff
but
elevator.
it depends on what angle you look at it.
I think if you would have carried over the fuselage color over onto the staff and elevator just a little bit, like you did on the wing, even
Yep.
if you do the checkerboard, it look better.
Yep. Make a red stabilizer and continue that checkerboard a little bit on the stabilizer tips.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Pretty plain. Ah,
Scorpion. Electric what?
it's a Scorpion
Oh, electric stunt.
electric
Is that
stunt,
what it is?
electric stunt.
Yeah.
I think the leading edge of this the
I like the windshield on that plane.
what? Oh, the windshield. Oh yeah, yeah, that's
I
nice.
call it the windshield.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mhm.
Um, I don't like this plane's color scheme.
I think it's something that kind of steals you a little bit, and I'm gonna put my finger on it. Uh, if you look on the leading edge of the wing, right?
Right,
Instead of putting those stripes that kind of go opposite color, the blue stripes or the red stripes,
right.
you see that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see that.
I would just made it all blue and all red over there, just like it's on the elevator. Because
I would have
everywhere
preferred
else you
you
have
would.
the same thing. Look on the
I think
fuselage.
I think if you would have kept the whole leading edge of the wing all blue, and maybe put the other color someplace else. I don't like it.
No, no, just look at the rudder, okay? You have the horizontal stripes, the stars and the blue, right? The wing has the same, the stars with the blue and the horizontal red stripes, right? It's a very American flag, right? That's the theme, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah,
So what's our, look at, you have American flag on a rudder, you have American flag on an elevator, you know, American flag on nose and stuff like that, except for the wing, because he has an American flag on it. He put the 2 extra lines over there that kind of change colors. They just, I'm looking at them, I'm scratching my head like, why?
It doesn't have an AMA number on it.
I probably has to the other wingtip.
That might be what that is out there. If
Yeah,
it's,
on the wing, on the outboard wingtip. Yeah.
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 You know, I know this person probably, God, the man hours of taping and doing all this is a lot of work, but I still think I don't like it. It's a personal preference. You know,
Okay.
probably a nice person,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
personal
I
preference.
like the plane. I think it's a good looking plane.
Not
Yeah, it's probably one of those things like some cars you see them, you don't like them, and other people see the same car and they love it. You know.
It's got a 1950s kind of a look to it as far as the shape goes. You know, with the way the windscreen and everything is.
Looks kind of like a cosmic wind.
Does it? I don't remember what a cosmic wind looks like. I know I've heard of it. Shark. The plane's not a shark, but the image is a shark.
Yeah, it's just like the Yashenko shark, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's your
yeah,
Shanker shark.
you're right.
Yeah.
This is another plane that
Oresti, I love you, but no.
you think this is the Rusty's
You
plane?
love me, you think I'm full of shit. So
Yeah. Too much.
that's okay.
All right. This is another place where the judges were very nice. This is a very pretty plane.
I like this plane. I took several pictures of it, and I like it. I think I have another picture of it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, the same, red with the stripe underneath, red with the stripe underneath on the fuselage. He added just some checkerboards extra on the wing. Big deal.
The lettering's kind of interesting. How it has like a fade color, fade from one color to another. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
I was going to make them gold leaf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Make them stand out.
This is the Pilot Choice Award. This won the Concourse Award.
This is astonishing.
Yeah.
This is something that's so hard to make and pull it off.
Yeah, this is an over the top, beautiful plane.
Yeah.
There we go. Another picture of it.
The font to it, the fonts that he used, and everything. It's just this eye thing.
Yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful plane. It deservedly won the Concourse Award. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
What does it say on the wing?
Cisterna.
Cistrema.
Systrema. Systrema.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful plane.
This is my favorite.
The last plane was just as beautiful, different colors, but just as beautiful.
Yeah, this was my favorite.
This was everybody's favorite. And obviously, I liked it. Took several pictures of it.
Yeah, I didn't vote. I was over there, and I did not vote.
That's a whole different looking color there.
This would be it.
Yeah, this is the same plane. For some reason, it does look a different color, but I don't know why.
The color doesn't do it justice. No. Oh, this is. Go ahead.
I think this is Todd Lee's plane, Jim Lee's son. And Sparky told me that this plane weighed 55 ounces.
Sure. When somebody tells me it's 55 ounces, I usually add 5 to 10. When you're coming close to the truth.
Yeah, I mean, it had probably gotten weighed within the 20, 30 minutes of this picture. They wait, right, when you walk in that room, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I obviously liked it. I took more than one picture of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is Chris Cox's plane, Rusty, guy from Canada.
Oh,
This is a totally all inline plane. The engine, the wing, the stab, all inline, electric. Now, now Chris is another short guy, just like me, and just like Sparky.
I I saw this plane. It's absolutely beautiful. But I'm sorry, warplane with shiny paint job. Ah, it's something about warplane and shiny paint job that doesn't work together.
it just hadn't run its
Uh,
first mission
And
yet.
and, and this is the part. No, and this is the part where the pampa rules of the shiny planes, really makes no sense.
Yeah, if you want to get it, if you want to get people to vote for your plane, it has to be shiny.
No, it's to be on the front row. They look for the shiny planes, and if it's shiny,
Yeah,
it goes in the front, right?
yeah, that's
But
right.
but how is shiny going on together with a warplane? If it's a
I know.
warplane and you do a scale paint job of a warplane, then it should not be shiny and also belongs in the front row because it's accurate, it's scale, right?
But maybe someone bought the warplane and is a private owner, and they wanted a shiny paint job.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
You
I
f-
said, it
you
just
f-
had
you
to run its
find it, you
first
show me,
mission
I'll
yet.
be 100% on
Commander Chris Cox. He's got a promotion.
it.
Oh, yeah.
I like that cat on there. That's pretty cool. That Hellcat. Nice panel lines. Look at the rivets and everything. That's really nice. Yeah, I must have liked this plane. I took a lot of pictures of it. Another shot of Todd Lee's plane. Pretty.
Yeah.
Mm,
Look at that shine. My goodness.
still warplane.
That shine. It's so shiny, make my camera blur. That is a beautiful plane.
That is gorgeous. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah, it's throwing light back at your camera.
Yeah, it is.
And the way he painted his this plane is that he's got sections of the wing that are translucent,
Yeah.
but the translucent is with like some translucent orange color, and the rest of it is edged with a orange color, which matches the translucent one. And the way they work together is just like it looks like it's one color, but it's not one color. As a like the base
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
And there's has sections on the wing and I think on the elevator that were translucent as well. Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Another
Yeah.
Yeah,
shot of.
I'm running out of gas here. I think I'm
Oh,
gonna
look at that
close.
handsome guy there.
Oh, there he is. There's the man.
There's the legend there.
Look at that big old plane.
Let me share with you something and after that I'm gonna go to.
Okay.
I think this is about it. Let me just click this. That's it.
Okay.
That's us on the plane flying over there from California.
Okay.
That's it for me, guys, on my plane.
That was
So,
a good. That was a good show and tell. Thanks, Charles.
oh, my pleasure, man. My pleasure.
Okay, check this out.
Intrepid. Yeah, that's pretty. That's your plane.
Yes, this is my plane.
Wow. Wow, I like that plane.
Yeah, I do too.
Nice.
Actually,
Wow.
the checkers are silver and black. The Intrepid excelled and the name and number has black and silver shadow to it. You know, the USA on the tail is also black with a silver shadow to it.
Nice. What kind
Um,
of advance points did you get on this plane?
I think I got 15 or so.
Really? That's it? Wow.
Yes, somebody said it was worth a lot more, but I guess was the new kid on the block, and so
Wow.
that's that.
That is, I really like that color scheme. I mean, I like it. I mean, I don't know what they didn't see in it for to only get 15 points. 'Cause I think there's something to say in the word appearance
Uh huh.
that in a way the plane looks. I mean, you
Uh huh.
should get rewarded on just the appearance.
Uh huh.
You know, whether when you look close, if it has not so good of fits or maybe a gap here or there. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
not saying that's your case, but the appearance should really dictate how high your score is.
Yeah, how pretty it is. Yeah. To give you
That
some,
is,
to give you some ideas about this, I played with it a little bit. You see how we have the striping on the back of the fuselage on the blue and the dark blue,
right.
and you have the solid. The other the light blue is solid. On the wing, it's opposite. The light blue it's striped, and the dark blue it's solid. I flip flop them over there.
I see.
I did
Wow.
I did a little flip flop over there. The panel lines on this plane, I make them with 1/16 stripes. So what I did, I put I made it in silver. I masked the panel lines, right? And I then after that I masked everything else, and I did a paint job and stuff like that. And the last thing that came off the plane was the panel lines. So it has everything which has silver panel lines, which are actually the background, the base color.
Wow, that's impressive.
So this is my
And when you painted the to get the really fine, um, you use like an airbrush, or was it all done with the same kind of, or what kind of what you used to paint it with?
honestly I don't remember. I think it was Sig Dope, but this is so many years ago. This is
Wow,
1997, 98 or something like that.
wow, that really looks good.
Yeah, your fonts don't match from your outboard wing to your inboard wing.
Actually, it's the same font and the same, but
Is it?
yeah,
I guess the numbers just look different.
it's
I just,
yeah. I use
I
the
just had
same font,
to,
yeah. But
I just had to find something to pick on.
oh, you have to pick on something. Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Maybe if the fonts were bigger,
Mm-hmm.
all I mean both of them, if the Intrepid XL and the numbers was actually bigger,
Uh huh.
that might have even maybe made a difference.
Okay. Yeah.
Just the size, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean they're not too small, but if they were larger, that
What
might have.
What if they were a lot smaller and on the flaps?
I mean, didn't have anything on the wing, just had the numbers
Just
on the flap.
Maybe you run out of room on the flaps when you get down
yeah.
to the end of the number or the beginning, depending on which side you're on.
Yeah, as I said, a lot smaller font and put them on the flaps. That's what I have on this airplane.
That's your Strega too?
That's a Strega, yes.
Is that
Yeah.
your?
Mm-mm. See how nice this is? This is a nice Strega.
Yeah,
Watch
I don't
how he
like.
flip. Do you see how he flip flops the color? Because
Yeah,
the
I don't.
stripe on the fuselage it curves downwards,
I've
like
never
it has
liked. I never liked that color scheme.
what?
Yeah, I don't like that color scheme because it just accentuates the wing like a big box. It just accentuates the
Uh-huh.
middle and it makes the plane look so boxy there.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
like it in if he would have done like the stab and elevator. I like how that's done. If that would have been the same case on the wing, I might have liked it better. But I don't
Hmm.
like the wing. I love the stab and elevator. Just don't like the wing.
Hmm. Okay.
That's just me. You know.
You know what I made? It look beautiful. A voodoo plane. I copied the paint job from the voodoo. Love that thing from the real plane, the Reno Air raid.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful color scheme. Yeah,
Yeah,
with that green and purple. That's a beautiful plane.
yeah. So yeah, this is my very old plane.
You did very nice.
Actually, this is it right here.
That is very very nice. That is very pretty. I really
You
like it.
you can see the contrast of the silver better in that last picture. Was that the same picture we were looking at before? So,
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Yeah,
okay.
that was the
Yeah, you can
same.
see the silver a little bit better.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess it's better picture there.
Okay, gentlemen. Well,
Okay.
this was a great show and tell night. So
Yeah. Hope the
appreciate
people in
you.
the audience appreciate it. I hope.
Oh, the screen share blew up. Okay. Um,
All right. So
there's Jeff.
I think I'm still presenting. The
Yeah.
screen share. I'm presenting
Yeah.
everybody. Whoever's. Let me see if I can take this off. All right. So. All right. Cool. Good night, guys.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Have a good
But
one.
you guys have a good one.
Take care and have a
Thank
great week. Fair winds,
you.
tight lines, and we'll see y'all on Friday. And for you YouTube guys out there, thanks for hanging with us. Jack was the last holdout. I think he's signing off too. Not yeah. Jack.
The last of the Mohicans.
Okay, man. Y'all take care, and we'll see you back Friday.
Uh-huh.
All
All
right.
right. Good
Have a
night.
All
good
right.
week.
See you guys.
Good
Have a
night.
good week, everybody. See ya.
Stop live stream.